Visage is it started with they were running it as that 5-position support many months back, going back to like DAC and stuff. They had like mixed success with it. It was kind of just like an alternative 5-position hero for Fly. We've seen more of it over the last few months. They were running it played in the carry role for No-Tail as well, I think is important to
many
note.
months back,
it's been played mid by some teams. They had like mixed success with it. It's been spamming like an alternative 5-position hero. I don't think it played it at this tournament. We've seen more of it. They were running it. It's a very strong hero. No-Tail as well.
Is Night Stalker, VP's first pick. A very, very strong hero because of the vision control. Last game we talked so much about how Liquid were really good with the vision, and that's what Night Stalker will provide you. Good vision control, pretty strong in the first few minutes to secure at least one lane. Very annoying, like tanky hero, high regen, can trade harass very well. And just all in all, a hero that provides you with a lot of like utility because he can build like pretty much any items that the team needs, like a Vlad's, Solar Crest, a pipe. He's not like a hero that, oh my god, Feno and Night Stalker. Oh.
Some good luck running away from these guys. They will chase you down, they will slow you.
Very hard to play against these two heroes because, okay, you think about how these two heroes are going to be played. Early phase, Night Stalker is going to be running around securing lanes, and once the night time comes, that's when the Venom is going to have a few, like level 6, level 7, around there, and he's going to be sitting in one lane, forcing someone to react. Like, that's how you play Venom. He's going to pressure a tower with the wards, and someone has to come to the lane to rotate, and you don't see Night Stalker on the map, you're like, oh shit.
Then somebody's flying over
yeah,
trees.
and you try to defend a tower, and then that's the point you die. That's like why this tool is so hard to play with. Venom as well is providing vision with the wards. Night Stalker vision, Venom vision. Very difficult to play against this tool. Let's see what does OG do. Okay, I like the PL ban. They've been picking this hero a lot for No-Tail. Playing PL, Panda. I think I kind of like him playing on PL because PL, I feel the hero suits him. He likes to play like an illusion-based hero that can push out pressure, like push out alone, and it's not that easy to die. PL is very suitable for the way he plays the game.
What we saw earlier today, a game that had PL with it was a TA, was that there were heroes that can farm and scale well, but they also fight very well. PL just with some cheap, cost-effective items can be very strong, and OG seem to be going away from that. Like, let's just, you know, farm around, play for the late game. I mean, No-Tail's always been that fighting carry player, but even with some of Anna's picks, we're seeing a lot more aggression out of this team.
This game, I think maybe like kind of like something like a clockwork to deal with the Venom. You want someone that can
get on top of him.
Yeah, get on top of him and kill him first, because the longer the Venom stays in the fight, he's going to be dishing out a lot of damage. You want to force him into a bad position, like catch him first, make him use his ulti early so he doesn't get the ulti onto too many heroes, and kill him first.
So there was
because of the cogs, you pull the creeps near to your tower, and with levels you can pressure the support because you always have the kill potential with battery yourself.
Sounds like you just need to play big.
Of course, he does function well too with less farm on a support position.
Yeah,
like there's pros and cons, like having him on a off lane or a support position.
He doesn't farm particularly well like some of the other off lanes, but if you manage to get there, it definitely
so they just removed both of No-Tail's heroes that he's been playing today and yesterday. This game he might actually be playing the Visage. They need.
I was thinking about that.
Okay.
Interesting. S4?
No, this is not S. I can guarantee you this is not S4 hero.
I think this will be
this is
No-Tail's
hero. I think this is No-Tail's hero.
I was gonna say with the Visage, I think he's actually core Visage very bad against Venom. you've only got the 10% magic resist. This hero really struggles, and also the Venom ulti breaks your Gravekeeper's cloak very easily. So I think Visage gets very hard countered by the Venom. So you kind of want to put him in a support role where it's like, well, you don't care if your Visage will just sit back at that point. The core Visage wants to be a frontliner, a tank, but he doesn't tank very well against a Venom.
VP is like building like a very fine-managed lineup right now. Witch Doctor, Venom, like sustain. Right now they have a lot of sustain, and it's very difficult to run into them because of the cask and the Venom mod. And Witch Doctor is also one of the better position 5 supports. Maybe they are thinking it might be an offlane Prophet, because Witch Doctor, you can kill the Treants quite easily with the cask bouncing around. There are not many supports that can deal with the Treants well in the early stage.
Yes.
Witch Doctor and CM are the two better ones, I would say.
CM now with the mana cost probably isn't very good.
Witch Doctor is probably the best one to deal with the Treants. But I think this Prophet is very likely a safe lane Prophet. Or even a mid Prophet. I think no tier will play the Prophet, regardless of the
Okay.
play.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as the anti-hero.
I think S4 is gonna play something like some other utility hero.
Yeah. Oh, he could be playing the Shaker, you know. He's
a
very good Shaker player.
That's true.
We don't quite know yet.
It's still quite open for them.
Whether that's gonna be Jerax or S4's hero.
Yeah, they could just go like maybe for if they want the Earth Spirit to initiate on the Venom first, a Shaker could be promoted to a offlane position.
They may want to save hero and get something like a Tusk. They get the Terrorblade. Well, is it going to be a No-Tell Nature's Prophet? Well,
no.
That's now being brought into question with this Terrorblade pickup.
So it's a push. They're gonna go in for the full push with the Prophet and Terrorblade. So Gustav playing Nature's Prophet. That's very strange. Because it doesn't fit his play style thing. Because he is more like the person that runs around. He finds the momentum. He finds the tempo. He's the playmaker. He controls the pace of the game. I mean, Prophet, you can somewhat do that in terms of tower push. You pressure a tower. You TP and you find an opportunity. You get a gank and you pressure a tower. But he's not like the person that's going to be making the first move. Like you initiate. He's not the initiator.
It may just be a pick of necessity. They're like, well, look, we're seeing a team that wants to 5-man Venom and Witch Doctor. They saw those heroes. They're like, Nature's Prophet's going to fit here. They may just put him on a hero and a role that isn't his normal one because of that.
Okay, here comes the 5-on-5, boys.
You say 5-on-5, it feels like VP are gonna 5-man a lane and then OG is gonna split push though. To some extent. Like OG doesn't want a team fight right now.
You're right. Because they are going to wait until they reach a point that they feel the TV can take them on. Then they are going to only start to 5-man. But before that, maybe the familiars, the Prophet will be splitting and Shaker will be looking for opportunities. And they ban out the Sniper. Sniper is really good at defending against pushes.
Yep.
Pretty good against Terrorblade. The other hero that's good against Terrorblade would be like something like Zeus, but I haven't seen. I don't know if VP will pick
Ember
that.
could be very good, I feel. Pretty good with the magic
I
damage.
I like the Zeus because of the Venom. They have the Zeus Venom combo, but then it might be a little bit lacking in terms of like because if they pick the Zeus, it means Venom's gonna be offlane, and then Venom offlane is. I'm not sure if Pasha plays that hero.
That's actually a good point. How they're gonna
they're
play in the Venom.
They're probably gonna put Ramses on the Lycan and Venom mid, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually not sure though.
Possibilities here. I mean,
Venom might be better off lane this game for their lineup because they can then maybe pressure the Terrorblade. They do Venom plus Night Stalker off lane, and then Lycan, Witch Doctor safe lane, pick another mid. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They pick Queen of Pain, so they're gonna have that burst to take down the Terrorblade.
I like the idea of having the burst damage. It's kind of why I like the Ember. Is like it's burst damage also here that can deal with that split push that has high mobility. I think that's where like the Ember, the Quap are good. It's like you can get back, defend, push out a lane quickly, and then go join up with your team.
Yeah, still I kind of feel like I like the.
This is quite greedy. I feel from OG with the Invoker pickup. Invoker, Terrorblade. These two heroes need a lot of farm against a lineup that is going to be looking to push fairly early on.
So what they need to do right now to hold the game, so they are going to have to rely on the Prophet needs to do a lot of work in the early stages. He needs a quick field levels, and then he needs to like use his TP with the Sunstrike. He sprouts Sunstrike, get a few kills here and there. That needs to happen for OG, because they are quite farm heavy in terms of their tri-core. So early game, the Shaker's going to try to hold the early game for them. He's going to probably try to, not sure if he needs to fissure for the Prophet. I don't think Prophet needs it that much, but he can choose to do it if he wants to. The key lane for them to protect is the mid lane, because it's going to be a Night Stalker co-op mid. They need to protect the Invoker, so it's going to be Earthshaker mid to help him out. Maybe he can actually, I think he can possibly, I've seen this done before. I don't know if you've seen it in the what event was it? I think it might have been MDL. I saw someone using the fissure to block the mid lane so that the creeps meet near to his side of the high ground, and then like someone like a weak hero like an Invoker can last hit there, and then he won't be under too much pressure against like a Night Stalker co-op lane. Then once they get their levels, the Prophet has level 2, then whenever the Night Stalker tries to kill the Invoker, Prophet can TP in to help, and the Earthshaker has to always be there to guard the Invoker. That needs to happen for OG. If Ana has a bad game, then
game is lost.
I mean, not game is lost. Game will be very very hard.
Yeah. I definitely see it, and I think one of the things where we see like the TB Invoker, we think kind of greedy. No-Tail be in a much
really maybe 20 minutes if they get the items. But in the first 10, like the Night Stalker during night phase with the co-op and the Night Stalker like that itself is a combo. Like
yes,
it's gonna be very difficult to play against the first. I think if they can survive the second night, like first and second night phase, they did not lose too much towers. They should be okay. But if after the second night phase they have lost like let's say 3 tier 1s and Roshan down, I think that would be very bad for them. That's what VP needs to aim to do in the first 2 night phase with the Night Stalker pop icon. Yeah, I think that has to happen for them. So right now, like I mentioned, Earthshaker needs to protect Invoker. That is the first immediate objective of JRX in this game.
Yep. We'll see it kind of begin around this bounty room perhaps. Fly is there as well.
He's there ready to block the creep. Let's see whether if he fissures and tries to do something there. But in the meantime, Lil trying to start to annoy Ana already.
Yep, he comes in and Lil
this could be bad.
Lil will get the bounty rune.
Oh no, this is bad, Parker. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Oh
my god.
Ana already down to half HP, had to tango up as well.
Oh, this guy is gonna suffer.
Yep. That was 4 bounty runes.
What? They got
4 bounty runes for VP.
How? Wait, how did the Venom
just walked in top? It was just a Nature's Prophet, I guess, and
they're swapping lanes. They are
No-Tail and Fly going bottom.
Wait, they're going aggro lane, so they think that their lane is much stronger than the Lycans.
They are reliant on the Metamorphosis cooldown, but they are quite strong here.
With this setup, they're gonna have like a high-level Prophet, which the Prophet can help the other lanes.
Oh, Solo is actually out of position here. It could be in some trouble here. The cast is thrown out. The Grave Chill slow with a Fissure. This should be a kill on Solo. Terrorblade very slow.
Block. He needs to block.
Fissure on the wrong side. 1 or 2 more right clicks. Can JRX get the kill? He does with the boots. Gets a first blood.
He's asking for Sunstrike.
That would actually be a great catch-up. Ana's going to struggle mid against the dual lane. He would have actually loved to have gotten that first blood.
Okay, Invoker's not going to get anything.
It is going to push out towards him at least. That's the good news.
They're going to run up and deny the creeps, I'm sure. The Night Stalker and co-op.
That's the sad news.
So, okay, with this setup, VP are totally abandoning Ramses. I think this is the right move because of what OG is doing. They are going to have to abandon this lane and they're going to try to win the other 2 lanes. I think I like this move by VP.
With the Witch Doctor just going top.
Yeah, and the Night Stalker will just be missing, trying to slash pressure mid.
Yep. Yeah,
he's going for the enemy bounty rune. And I think the Prophet rotations are the key things for OG. They need to try to get... They can't really help... If they can't help the Invoker directly in the lane, they need to help him by getting the last hits on kills with Sunstrike.
Yeah, he's struggling even to last it under his tower with the pressure from no one.
Second now Talisman coming in. Okay, there goes the lane last hitting.
Yeah, meanwhile, Fly went to the bounty room but ran into Lil, and that is kind of trouble for him. But Shaker's in the neighborhood, and the Sunstrike you mentioned can be thrown out. Does not look likely, but they can at least push him away.
Yeah, he's just gonna go back to base and heal mana with the Howl as well. Okay, this setup right now is quite favorable for VP. They're doing really... Oh, Ana might be in trouble here. Cold Snap. Oh, who is in trouble?
No one does not have a blink. He pops the Fairy Fire, has got a salve. Ana kill, and the salve will help him out. JRX comes in, doesn't have a salve for Ana, but will See how this lane goes down, as no one does have a
Oh,
blink.
Ana
Level
has-
2 Shadow Strike.
Ana has to be really careful here. He's very low HP, and Night Stalker is gonna be back. Can even ferry maybe something for the top needed. Can ferry a regenerate, like a self or something for.
And he does know where the Shaker is on no one's Queen of Pain side with the Observer
Oh, they're
ward
gonna
there.
smoke?
Yeah, they're gonna look to maybe kill Jerax.
No, they're not gonna smoke. They're just gonna walk.
Yeah,
walk
they're gonna try and at least get rid of Jerax from this mid lane.
So 1 minute till night time.
Jerax may just go down here. Queen of Pain is there, level 2 Shadow Strike, can blink it as well. Jerax, there's no escape.
Oh, they're giving the crop the last hit. Yep.
All of that set up by the Observer Ward, scouting out his movement. Very nicely done.
This is gonna be struggle city for Ana this game. Night Phase is gonna kick in 30 seconds, but they
Diving
are not
mid.
going to wait for the Night Phase even. All of Venom slow, poison from the Queen of Pain.
Good damage onto Lil with the tower. Could see a Sunstrike on respawn. Lil will have to dodge this one, I want to say. Find it, he's scouting it with the Forge Spirit. Oh, he should have maybe waited. The Forge Spirit could have given him some more vision, but at the same time, Lil was starting to regen up. That Sunstrike not going to do.
And Lycan is catching up because of what's happening, what his team is doing. Like, this is what you want when sometimes you can't help the lane directly, you're indirectly helping by pressuring the other lanes, so you're forcing the lane pressure away to the other lane so that your carry can farm.
What we will see is likely S4's Nature's Prophet getting involved soon. Maybe he waits level 6, but
he has to get involved.
No one is just balling. And is he going to go in aggressive for this one? Has bottle charges. Oh, there's the Cold Snap. Ana, one or two more Shadow Strike procs. He's outreaching it with the quad, so he's going to live. No one actually getting fairly low. He has a sound still, yeah.
Struggle City is real.
And also with a salve. We'll actually see a fissure clip no one, breaking some of that regen of his.
Now he knows there's a ward.
Yeah, it's a ward that's expiring though, so not the end of the world.
Shrine's gonna come up soon. So,
yeah, bottom lane, No-Tell, he's been gone on. Has got Metamorphosis, but he needs to find a way out of this one, and Lil is likely just going to chase him down. No-Tell's juking with the tangos. He goes around the tree, ring around the rosy. No-Tail juking once again. He's actually maybe going to get this kill. No-Tail, he tries to fly out of there, but he's got the tower gets the kill. No-Tail doesn't even do any damage. He just jukes him in.
Well played by No-Tail there, saving his life and getting the kill.
Everyone gets some gold there. That helps out his whole team.
Oh, that's kind of better for Ana.
Yeah, Anna's probably like, thanks for not doing any damage, bro. I got like, I don't know how much, like 40 gold or something for it.
And Lil TBC refills the bottle for no one. You know,
top lane, Pasha.
Sunstrike.
Hard.
How? Oh, they already howled. Okay. Okay, he's not. Okay,
still get the kill. It's Ana though dying mid. He got.
Jeez, he was aiming the Sunstrike top and he got ganked.
Yeah. That is very likely what happened. Bottom lane No-Tell's like, alright, time to pressure a little bit. He's popped the Metamorphosis just to do some damage to Ramsey's tower here. See how this will play out for him. Ramsey's in the neighborhood. Needs to be a little bit careful. Hasn't got that level 6 just yet for the shapeshift.
Tower's taking a lot of damage though from his siege creep. Look at how Notia is protecting the siege creep.
Yep, he's got a creep wave coming in, so he really wants to keep it alive.
This tower's down.
Yeah, they know it's a tower. That's with a great well-timed rotation. They time it with the siege creep. They get the kill on the Witch Doctor. So it's not just a tower, but VP giving OG a little bit more, but they are coming in trying to maybe not defend the tower so much as just take a fight. Yeah. Metamorphosis will be wearing off soon. Lil will fly himself out of there.
Sunstrike?
They get vision. Earthshaker is there with some illusions, but doesn't look like he's got the damage. 278 HP and Invoker level 3. 225.
Okay. And meanwhile,
mid. Yeah, ooh, he's going to be okay, but he takes a lot of damage.
Okay, he got like what I expected. Like this lane, it's very difficult for him.
He's getting
Night Stalker Club
touched. 12 CS on Ana's Invoker. Sunstrike kills seem essential for his comeback, and so far has yet to be able to find one.
Oh, didn't he got one?
No, he did not land.
Oh yeah, he actually didn't land the top. Yeah, I keep thinking he landed the tower.
He's had a few slim opportunities. Like they weren't freebies where it's like a guarantee, but unfortunately, without those 2 kills, he is very far behind. Prophet does have ultimate, so we'll be seeing that extra bit of global damage potential. Sunstrike, Wrath, and Prophet rotating around. This is definitely going to be a good time for OG to fight once daytime hits. That 8-minute mark is where they suddenly get a whole lot stronger.
Still not gonna be easy though, because like Vena's gonna be like constantly shuffling the lane top. Then Pop has ultimate available. Okay.
They see that, yeah. Prophet does throw the ultimate, but the heal from Venomancer keeps them nice and healthy. In comes Lil. Is he actually going to be able to get this one? He dies for Lil, one of the very aggressive 4th position players, wants this kill for his team, and he'll be able to get it. Scream, one more right click, and down he goes. S4 will not find Lil on the return unless he can get a good body block off, and he's doing just that so far with Daytime hitting. Lil's in some trouble. The Sunstrike is there won't be enough damage, unfortunately. And Invoker, Anna would have loved to have gotten the last hit for that one, and no one's bottled and used the haste rune, so he comes back in, but not with a whole lot of mana to play.
That was actually quite unfortunate that it wasn't Invoker getting the last hit.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him. I feel it for him. It's so much.
That's the thing, they had the opportunity to last pick a hero that could have been a better matchup, but they felt like the Invoker was going to fit the game, fit the strategy.
Okay, so top lane, Notia pops his second Metamorphosis, trying to pressure his second tower here. And for S4 regenning, so might come top to help him finish the tower here.
Jarex is on the way with the fissure. He's going to TP into the side here. Lil needs to be careful. Does have a Quelling Blade to get out of this crowd. TP in from Queen of Pain. Fissure to block, perfect from Jarex! Can they get this kill though? No Tails and Crable does not have any points in the Sunder. They may be able to bring down Retail, but...
Oh my god, what a boss.
No one absolutely destroying them. The Sunstrike will not land. No one managing to sidestep away from that one. He's going to help get a second kill for his team. Jarex, initial fissure was on point, but TB, I mean, there was no point. Even if he had a Sunder there, he did not have the mana to support it.
Queen of Pain. This is like the second game you see Queen owning. It's like previously it was on maybe it was owning with the hero early game. Like very similar movements in the early game. Kill after kill, moving around, securing, control a rune, move around, try to look for opportunities, like being very proactive in searching for kills instead of just waiting. Oh, what happens? I TP him, it's Sonic Wave. No, this guy is just moving around. Can we get a kill here? Can we get a kill there?
We haven't seen Fly get too involved just yet. He's been in some of the kills. He's got level 6 though, quietly farming.
Getting trapped by the Sprout here. Oh no, Sunshine was late. Oh no.
A little bit off. He's trying to chase him down with the right clicks, but can't even get that kill now. Very unfortunate for OG. But like if maybe they had the Visage with the birds for that top fight, they could have definitely killed the Queen of Pain and perhaps won that fight. Definitely feels like time to maybe for OG to be more grouped up.
Is he dead? Sonic Wave?
And
okay.
Dead again.
Oh
no one's Queen of Pain. 6-0 and 2. Maybe this is the Queen of Pain meta we're in. He's going to follow up that kill with some pressure onto the tier 1. TP in from S4. Vicious support, but they definitely cannot kill this Queen of Pain. These two heroes.
Yep. Meanwhile, Lycan has been farming for a few minutes already. We haven't really talked about Lycan.
Yep. He's just been throwing his Howl, you know?
Yeah, kinda.
That's the support from him.
200 HP at night, you know?
Yeah. It's not bad. He actually has 4 assists largely from that.
This is the part I'm talking about. OG needs to hold another 4 minutes of pressure.
Lil is, I think,
wow, he
sniffed out Jarex, knows he's in these trees with the night vision. Jarex is all but dead here. TP out will not work against the Void. He's just going in a bit of a warding mission there, but I think the Radiant Ward scouted him going into that dire jungle. As a result, straightforward killed again. No Tail still hasn't got that point in Sunday yet. Needs to be careful with how he plays this one. Imagine VP will be looking to burst him down. They've got a silence as well to play around. No Sonic Wave, but
very, very difficult pressure right now for OG. They have to deal with the top lane. Venom's like, look at what Venom did. Pasha shoved the lane all the way towards the top tower, and then he TPs to join his team. Like someone has to react to top, and then they have to defend it. Very, very hard to play as OG right now.
Almost feels like he could have just stayed top, but he wants to be ready because he knows that OG is a team that is likes to fight and defend towers. We've seen that here. The birds go in, looking to stun up some of these heroes. The cask messing with them though. The tower goes down, and VP secure their retreat with a wall of plague wards.
They know OG can't fight at all because Ana has been severely crippled from the laning phase.
Yep.
They have like kind of like a -1 core right now that doesn't do anything but farm. and you know, sets up some strikes.
One tower is going to maybe turn into 2 and some kills. Lil finds Fly's Visage on the backlines here. The bird's going to drop. The problem with Fly dying, these birds may likely die now as well. 3 pickings for VP, who get a couple hundred extra gold, and then eyeing off this tier 2 tower here. No defense inside, just farm and split push. We talked about this element of OG's graph. They can't really fight into the 5-mana VP. Very likely they will have to just resort to split push with the Nature's Prophet, the TB, the Invoker as well.
Yeah, but they have to like control the speed of the game. Like pace right now is way too fast for their heroes to handle. They need to slow it down like one way or the other to try. Their speed push is going to be very difficult because Night Stalker can easily catch them at the night time with the corp. They're very mobile heroes. Lycan as well with the ultimate, just chase you around. Game is hard.
It is very, very hard, and VP are going to have complete map control, Roche control, and theoretically a lamp that can go high ground very early on. Necrobook on Ramsey, level 1 for now, but we'll be seeing this leveled up very quickly. They've got Veno Plague Wards, they've got great tools to actually take Roshan and pressure high ground very early on.
Do they have a solar?
They are building it on Veno. Oh no, he's just got the medallion. He's not going into 4-star, so he's not going for the full solar crest.
Yep, 4-star is good though, against the Sprout. He needs something to get out of the trees, so that's nice for him. I guess right now they are in no rush to get the Roche. They just need to make sure that they keep the map pressure up. Like Veno keeps himself safe with the 4-star, shove out one lane, and the other heroes try to look for opportunities to get a pick off here and there.
And OG don't even have the best ganking lineup. They haven't got a Blink Dagger on Shaker. Their initiation
Shaker's
is
like,
very lacking.
He just got level 6.
Yeah.
They are really far behind.
It's like if they wanted to smoke and find a pick, it's like not easy to do so.
But with their lineup, if OG wins one team fight, they're gonna be...
Oh yeah.
They take towers really quick. They're gonna take like 1 or 2 towers right away, like objective.
VP hunting for S4 in this bottom lane. Will is scouting out all the nooks and crannies of these trees.
He's gonna run it. Okay. Yeah.
He's out just in time as Will did go searching. Top
Like
lane, they
OG
go.
knows something is up. They don't see anyone else but the Veno on the map.
The smoke towards top from VP.
Yep, and Night Stalker purposely shows himself bottom, so they think that they're bottom. And now that he's gonna TP top and
TP
fight.
and defend this one. Here's the Night Stalker leading the way. They see that TP, they're trying to run, but it's too late. VP is upon you. There is a wolf chomping at the bit. The cask is bouncing between familiars. Back to No-Tell. He can't get a Sunder off.
No kid.
And 2 easy kills. Again, we'll see these birds go down likely, or maybe able to fly them to the south. Okay, they do get out of there.
Oh, he TP'd to the bottom. He's gonna die to the poison. Oh my god, he didn't TP back to base. He TP'd.
Tried to make it to the shrine, couldn't quite do so. From bad to worse. OG.
Oh.
Struggling this game. They've had a good group stage so far. VP have been the ones maybe a little bit on the shakier side, but showing a very different form here.
They're gonna go
OG.
for Roshan very soon. Veno has queued up the crest, so he is 300 gold away from the crest. Yeah, that's not,
Roshan.
Not looking good for OG right now. They can't really find the pick off, you know. They really need like any pick off, like anyone, and kill on the Witch Doctor or anyone. Just kill a hero somewhere with the Sunstrike.
Was it Tower Deny at top as the Visage Familiars?
Proper TP's in to place down a ward. Okay,
whatever
so
you can do at this point.
They have a Shaker which is not too far from his Blink. Yeah, that could be another way. I think Jerax is still doing okay for the situation he's been put in.
Right, that's actually maybe the one kind of beacon of hope. Is that going to be that Blink Dagger? Because to find picks, it feels like they need an initiator, and that's going to be Jerax with a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and Gustav is queuing up a Midas though. I'm not sure if I like it in this situation right now.
What would you rather see? It feels like there's just so few
Blade Mail.
items that will help. Yeah, if you want to fight now, it seems like in their minds it's like, well,
I kind of like Blade Mail now.
If we're gonna win, it's gonna be going late game.
Yeah, if they somehow reach the late game, he doesn't need the like the other heroes would have more or less carry the late game really, like the Invoker and the Parablick.
Oh wow, we got the Courier, I believe, S4.
Yeah, he got the Courier.
Nicely done. Then TP's out. Any little bit of golden delay tactics can help out.
Ana.
TP out, Witch Doctor cast. It's gonna be ooh. Fly after him.
too close for comfort.
Coconuts will bonk their heads, even bounce around. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
So another tower will go down here. This is the end of the second night phase. I think that BP has done enough damage for the first two night phase.
Yes.
For their lineup.
Looks like they want to defend mid. They're not satisfied with a tower trade. They are coming in, recognizing that OG are here in numbers. Shapeshift going to lead things off here. The blink out from no one. OG may just have to cut their losses here as they are going to lose the Shaker. That's going to hurt his Blink Dagger progression, and no one on the high, no tail on the high ground. Going to get the kill onto Solo's Witch Doctor, but there isn't really a good escape plan for him. Perhaps a Sunder. He turns, throws it out, but he's still being focused down. Does not have any escape. To the east,
Live's TP got cancelled by no one's kills. So 3 kills for a Witch Doctor, and they defended their tower.
Yep.
You don't give any towers when you're winning. You when you're hit.
They got a couple familiar kills as well.
Roshan is down. Solar Crest.
They got Solar Crest. They don't have the Necro Book, but also doesn't seem.
Don't need the Necro Book. Need the Solar. So Shaker died, but he's still close to his dagger. I think this dagger could be a turning point.
Oh, VP actually getting cold feet at the Roche Pit. No, they're going to come back in. They backed off for a second. I think they only saw one hero at bottom, and it's the Prophet. They're worried that 4 heroes are smoking towards them with Prophet keeping in, but once they see mid, they haven't seen Anna. They're scanning a lot of heroes with these wolves. Good micro coming out from Ramses to spot the movement of OG.
They have the dagger now,
yep.
So will this be the turning point?
Problem is, it comes at the same time that VP get secure themselves an Aegis, so one less viable target to go
Parker. One fight is all OG needs. One good fight.
Yeah, with it smoke in hand, they may be looking to actually fight into VP.
One team fight will change the tide of the team. If they can kill...
I'm not sure how much of a team fight they can take. They may just be able to find some pickoffs, but...
I mean, eventually VP is gonna want to push the high ground.
Look at these wolves. There's one wolf on No-Tail, one on Anna. They are just tracking heroes all over the map.
They scout the dagger?
No, they, from what I could see, they didn't. They had them on the 2 core heroes.
As far as I'm warding duty.
Here comes G smoked up. Lycan gonna snag this haste and look for the No-Tail kill, but there's a smoked up Shaker nearby. Pops the shot, perhaps a bit preemptively. No-Tail is going to be chased down here. Familiar stun number 1, number 2, nice. Oh, doesn't actually get no one with the second one. Sunder just to save his life. Not looking for an echo, they're looking for the split push. Prophet TP'd in mid, will finish off the tier 1 tower with Treants. Like this play, the Courier, whoa, not going to find it. Also, in good news, S4 does not get found because he was actually very close to Lil on the Night Stalker. You can really see a sense of urgency from VP. They've even picked up a Crimson Guard on Lil's Night Stalker with the intent to try and break this game very early on and try and breach the high ground.
They have to, like, look at how greedy OG is right now. Double Midas with their lineup. If somehow they can hold the game for another 10 minutes to farm, and just one team fight. If OG wins one team fight, like you can be very comfortable in this situation. But if you lose one team fight, you're just gonna be in a very bad spot against what OG has.
Right, hold out the vision behind the tower. It's a point where VP have complete map control, wards up, nighttime advantage. But again, this does lead to some split push.
They're losing a lot of like lane pressure off of the other team's sides.
That's not a kill that really hurts OG all too much, considering Fly will be back up for the base defense. But the question still remains, can you defend your base? Because split push is what OG are doing, and VP are just going to say, let's go high ground. Uh-oh, invoke. Got Anna. EP's into a bit of a tough spot there. Power's starting to get a bit low here. Perhaps they need that Necro Book. It is coming soon. Ramsey's got it up. Does he want to commit this for the push? Sonic Wave, they burst down. No-Tail on the Terrorblade. He has got buyback and may just have to use it. Problem is, he does not have Metamorphosis. Should he buy back? And I don't know if they can actually...
Or S4's retting mid.
Yeah, I've seen this one before. Player from the same team as...
Look at the damage. Both the tier 3s took the same amount of damage. Oh
S4 channeling his inner Admiral Bulldog here. Bulldog may not be in Seattle, but he is here in spirit. As S4 does some hefty damage to the tier 3 tower.
That was such a good move by S4. Good play. Great.
Yeah, and the tower's defended. TP didn't have to buy back. It was a nice play to burst down the TB without him getting the Sunder off. VP really very calculated in their approach to that, but the damage down from S4.
So right now VP has to be very careful when they push. They need to make sure that the other lanes are shoved out. Have maybe lane mods to catch out the Prophet, because Prophet right now is going to start to rat a lot. They have to try and pick him off if they can with, say, the Night Stalker or the Quad. Someone needs to go and hunt.
Yep.
Send the ball scouting, look for the pesky Prophet. He's gonna place another one.
Same clip.
He's back.
Loves this clip. He did it on both the north and the south side. It's so hard to get to plant wards
That's
normally when you're behind, but
that's how you rat.
Yeah, these will scout out the Night Stalker coming in. Night Stalker's trying to go back for an Ag Scepter, but he doesn't have a Midas. He committed to the Crimson Guard, so this I was trying to go back for an Ag Scepter. This Ags will be fairly slow at this point. This is not a hero that's going to farm particularly fast at this stage of the game.
Your money comes from your team.
And they've taken most of the outer towers, so the team gold is only really going to come from getting racks at this point.
If they can get this tier 3, then there will be 2 shrines available.
That's true.
There's still one more tier 2.
They're close to it, and with the Queen of Pain, Aegis plus DD, it does look like they may be able to.
They're making sure the lanes are all pushed out, but the courier's gonna die.
Courier gets sniped by Nature's Prophet.
Oh, there's a Blast inside.
Oh boy.
That is
nice
actually quite significant. That is quite significant, the Blast. For the Lycan.
This is again, we talk about these itemization being very early game oriented. The Orchid on the Shaker. Immediate blinks back. The Crimson Guard's been popped. They want to try and force the issue here, but taking the tier 3 tower is one thing. Taking the racks, perhaps a bit of a tougher ask. VP, do they look to follow this one up? They're trying to burn No Tail's Mana. In goes the Venom with the ultimate. The Sonic Wave to follow up. Fly getting low, as does Anna. He's been orchid up. It should be enough damage to bring him down. The silence is going to wear off, and he does end up dying. The buybacks now coming out. They've killed S4's Nature's Prophet. No split push to worry about. And VP just going to take the heads-up fight.
Time to ditch double buyback.
Yeah, double buyback. Job done. That is a big win for VP. They don't care about getting the rack right now. They know they have made a big dent in the OG economy. They can fall back, take some shrines, and off of that, they pull very far ahead. A 3,000 gold win for them on their fight recap.
Not seen the big echoes yet.
Derek's just looking for it.
Yeah, he got silenced right away just now. That's why he couldn't get the echo.
Very fast reaction from no one with the Orchid. And then the silence from the Night Stalker went out on the Invoker, preventing him from doing too much. Both heroes being heavily controlled. The one, perhaps consolation for OG is they did not lose their racks, but those buybacks come at a
heavy
price.
Yeah, very heavy price. But they survived another night phase.
They smoked on the wolves, or I think the wolves may have just been hitting that shrine. I'm not sure if VP saw that one. So OG do straight towards the VP side. They'll see the Venom in just a second. It is daytime. VP ping this one out. It does not look like this smoke will connect.
He is not an easy kill, to be honest. It's quite tanky. Look at his items. Solar Crest and a Plate Wheel and 4-star.
Caught Witch Doctor trying to ward solo. Crimson Guard actually gonna probably save his life. The Familiar's not able to do a whole lot of damage.
He is not even dying. And now Fly is in trouble.
Yeah. In a lot of trouble.
Okay.
No one wants more. He looked to blink in, trying to find a target to Yule's up there, but couldn't do so. S4's back to the split push, keeping in bottom.
You know, you can only do this for so long.
Can they get the Yule's blink? Oh, he doesn't get inside. Had to kind of guess where he was sprouted and TPing. Back to the top lane it is. Familiars trying to split push these lanes a little bit. Very pesky stuff. But VP now holding their own and possibly just looking to set up for the next Roshan.
Set up for the next Roshan. The Axe, he's halfway there. More than halfway there.
Yeah, they've taken one shrine. They may want to take the other shrine in the next couple of minutes. Push out the lanes, take the shrine, and then
the Aghanims
get
on
wards up.
Lil and a gem, like someone buy him a gem. That would be...
Oh, he's very close. He's just
that
900
would be the
away.
next thing that they want.
If you're OG, you may want to recognize that he is currently trying to farm it, and he's alone. He's actually quite gankable in this top lane. Even committing like an Echo Slam to kill him is well worth it, I feel.
You're gonna need like big heroes to kill. He's quite tanky.
Yeah. It would have to be like a Blink Echo, but
okay,
trying to
the
find a kill like that.
Lights got turned off. Probably not gonna have much chance to catch him. Roshan is going to be up very soon.
There we go. As the Shrine as mentioned, they push out the lane, they take the Shrine. Very systematic play coming out from BP.
Yeah. And OG just needs to keep trying to farm whatever they can, draw out the game.
Taking a tier 2 tower bottom.
Yeah, they need to buy time and space for everyone else to get more items.
This is a lane that BP is going to have to address now because he's going to be pushing through to that tier 3 tower. BP showing themselves at top and it's perhaps cause problems for them as they will have to TP back the Queen of Pain now and deal with bottom lane.
Oh, he has his Aghanim's now.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be very hard to split. Someone should buy him the gem, I guess.
Benno could. Witch Doctor doesn't have the money. May just try and get it himself.
Knowing this team, they're probably gonna wait for the Witch Doctor to buy it.
So you're gonna do that one.
I mean, I think probably the best move would be just get the Venom to buy it, because Witch Doctor has not been having much space to farm. So
yeah, Benno's very.
He's not that far from the gem. They want him to buy it.
It's not nice of him to even finish himself, but we'll see. How much? They also don't know. Like Prophet hasn't bought a Shadowblade yet. They may not feel like the gem is a necessity.
Still the gem is good for the wards and the Invoker. Still want to get it.
3 minutes of nighttime and OG is setting up, waiting patiently for a pick off at bottom lane. Problem is, BP are nowhere to be seen there at Roshan. Taking this one without any contest or fight. Lil scouting around that Ag Scepter and a Haste Rune, meaning he is fairly untouchable. The Illusion will scout this out, but ultimately OG are on the other side of the map and cannot stop this. Sunstrike sees it, but that's it. Let's forward. Send the treants towards top. Looks like there's a game plan. Push out the lanes and then set ourselves up to break high ground. You've got to make sure all 3 lanes are pushed out. Right now, bottom lane seems to be the main problem lane.
Yep. Prophet
Lil is there with Ags though. He is going to see and scout a lot.
Prophet and Terrible has to find a way to creep skip, make sure the creeps don't reach their base somehow. But Night Stalker's gonna set up.
Looks very dead here. He's got a Yule Scepter. He's going to throw it up on himself, but when he lands,
no detection, I think.
Really, I mean, that is.
They have no gem, right?
No, they don't. That is a costly. Should have been an Invoker kill.
That would have been a big kill. So are they gonna kill for the gem?
Yeah, I feel like the second that happened, it's like, alright, yeah, he's queued up the gem. Night Stalker's like, yeah, that's not happening again, guys. Probably kind of Lil's job as well to be the one with detection there. You're not gonna have a gem, have at least some dust. But at the second VP rotate bottom, OG rotate top. They're like, alright, we can't split push bottom, let's split push top, push this one out as fast as possible. Change their line of attack. But again, it's no one now with boots of travel. He's gone for the anti-split push technology here.
Whoop. Can I get this kill?
That would be big. He's BKB, so get him low.
Oh, he wants to save the Aegis.
Yeah, they want that for the high ground push. Can't blame him. He needs to make sure he doesn't get hit by another Sunstrike. Yeah, it could be a follow-up one fairly soon.
He's gonna try soon, right? You see? No.
He goes straight to the Shrine. He's like, yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Double Shrine, triple Shrine, no. And uses all 3 shrines. He triple shrines these boots are traveling in. No one not messing around with getting back to the fight. DB going to be forced to Metamorphosis. Needs to be very careful here though. If he does end up going down, he will not have it should he buy back. Defending this Rack's going to be very tricky. They're trying to keep it alive with the Sprout. Crimson Guard proc just to try and defend them. Invoker is just split pushing top. Will OG even try and fight this, or will they go for the full-on rat?
Prophet is bottom.
Prophet TP's in bottom. They're going all out. They want to split push. TP back. BP recognized. We've got to address this. Pasha going to go looking for S4. S4 doesn't actually have a TP to get out of here. Meanwhile, top lane, Invoker. He's doing damage to the tier 3 tower there. Back at bottom, it's going to be S4 being chased down. Can't TP for a couple more seconds. S4 needs to sprout himself to get out. I don't think he's actually going to survive this one. He's going to go down. Poison damage ticking through him, and OG did lose their bottom lane of racks, so formidable effort from them. Some damage done to the Radiant tier 3 towers, but Prophet's downfall ultimately not having a TP scroll. Well, he did, but it was on cooldown, yeah. Need to buy time. Losing 1 lane of racks is definitely not game over for OG, but it is one step closer for BP. If they can control the split push,
I mean, how are they gonna split push now with the Axe, Gem, Night Stalker?
We saw it there. It's still possible, Winter.
It's gonna be quite difficult though, because as long as they control that,
Yeah.
it only happened because they were shutting down one lane. Not this time.
Anna has actually only got 2 enemy heroes on him. Queen of Pain is rotating in, but
I'll still go for this kill.
Familiar. He forced 3 summon. S4 immediately TPing top once he sees 3 heroes at bottom, saying, okay, let's get this lane shoved. The second you see most of VP's lineup, you have to shove out lanes where they are not. No-Tail's even headed up top as well to pose a threat to split push. He's going to finish off his Skadi.
The creeps are so far away.
Nice
VP feel like we can just go right now.
And No-Tail recognized that as well. Boca very far forward, needs to be careful. Anna may just be dead here. He will have a buyback. I think he's going to just have to straight up use it right away if they want to defend this middle lane. No-Tail does not have Metamorphosis for a little bit though, and that is a problem. No one beat. He's compliant. They'll have the Aegis to play around. No-Tail falls back with the Metamorphosis. Can they protect the racks? The range rack's getting very low. The melee racks being the big important one. The split push at top takes out the tier 3 tower though. OG are holding their own. They're chasing. They're looking for kills here. This is Vodka. He can't afford to die here. He just fought back and played very aggressive. There's the Echo Slam. Jerex catches 2, sets up a couple of kills for the team. Solo as well as Lil go down. That was the gem being dropped as well. Not bad for OG. They do lose Anna though. That was the poison damage from the Venomancer taking him down. That is a heavy loss for them. But racks saved in the mid lane and a gem stolen. It is
still quite an expensive defense there. Buyback. Dieback.
Yeah, that's...
And now they have a second boost of travel, so it's gonna be even harder for them to split DP right now. Double bots, they can easily defend it with the panel and TP in. Things are only gonna get harder from here.
Definitely not an easy game. We talked about how OG want to drag this late and try and scale with their greed, their Midases, but ultimately you get to the late game and you're down multiple lanes of racks and down a gold deficit like 15 to 20,000 gold. Doesn't matter that you're in the late game because that deficit may just be insurmountable. We aren't perhaps quite at that point, but all it may take is one more Roshan, one more Aegis and Cheese for VP could be the killing blow for OG at this point.
Yeah, they haven't really gotten that big fight, you know, I've been talking about. They need that one big fight with the Echo.
Yeah.
That fight was like, they only killed the 2 supports and they had to buy back the Invoker. And next thing, VP, like the safest thing for VP to do is chill for a few minutes, wait for the next Roshan, Cheese, then take that and go high ground again. They're not in hurry at all. Contain the opponents, put up good wards, try to... Oh, they're actually just gonna go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like they wanna...
They don't care.
They want to fight while some of these ultis are on cooldown. Echo Slam 20 seconds away. They know Invoker has no buyback. TB's Metamorphosis 10 seconds away. So we'll have this for the high ground defense, and OG are going to be put on display here. Their high ground defense has to come up big for this one. Mid lane, it looks like Lycan going to do some split push of his own. He says, you guys aren't the only ones who can split push. I can too. Splitting OG's attention to multiple lanes. Position they want to be at. Lycan hovering around that mid lane has not fully committed just yet to the high. Derek's knows it's there. He's being scouted by this Lycan Wolf though, so he can't even find a good Blink Echo opportunity as a result. He is just being tagged up. Lycan now having to commit his ultimate. TB getting very low, still has the Manta Style to get out of that silence, and in go the Necrobook to the mid lane. Meanwhile, attention also being driven to the top lane. As mid lane will be defended, the top lane could find itself in a bit of trouble. Cast bouncing around, keeping No-Tail stunned up with the Maledict. Anna wants to take out the Witch Doctor, will likely bring him down. Can he quite do that? The Sonic Wave to the north with the Venom ultimate. Big damage, takes out TP. He's going to instantly buy back, still has the Metamorphosis. They've got to defend this top lane. They've lost the mid melee racks. OG need to win this fight, but so far they're just being pushed deeper and deeper back in their base. The buybacks, all that's really keeping them in it. Pasha gets low, but has gone down here. The tornado will clip him. Hasn't got a Sunstrike. He does. He needs to land this one. Gets the kill. Nicely played by the Invoker, but it is still OG.
They held the racks in one lane.
Yeah,
but
they
lost
one lane.
But they lost the melee.
And they did lose the tier 3 tower in top. So bit by bit, VP inch closer and closer to a win.
Terabit bot back. Yep. They just need Roshan is up soon.
Yeah, and every time VP win a fight like that, there's another item or two.
Oh no, Prophet!
Yikes. I think...
Oh, they don't have detection. Okay.
Well... Night Stalker now queues up and buys a dust. You know, a little fantastic aggressive support player, so much fun to watch, but we've seen, you know, sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't want to buy dust, we don't need it, but...
The greed got over him.
It hasn't cost them this game as far as, like, they're still obviously miles ahead and poised to win this game, but it's one of those things where you've got to remember to buy that detection.
Sometimes it's not about remembering, it's about wanting a lot.
Yeah.
They just don't want to buy it.
Yeah, he hasn't forgotten, it's more just like, he didn't expect Nix's Prophet to TP on top of himself to need that protection there.
Like, solo, you should actually buy everything. Let me get all the items.
Problem is, Witch Doctor's dying in these fights or not going to be... He's not mobile and active on the map like a Night Stalker is, so it really is Night Stalker who needs to be carrying it. Here we go.
The other excuse is we have Necro Book level 3.
Yeah, good. You've got Lil's back. He'll be happy to know. Roshan claimed Aegis and Cheese. I believe this is double Cheese now. Lycan's got one. And Venno, or is there another cheese? Yeah, Night Stalker's got the other. So they've got 2 cheeses, Aegis, a fresh BKB on the Lycan. It really feels like they can just BKB and right-click down the remaining racks if they want to.
Can they kill him? Kill the Aegis, at least.
He knows, he saw the Ghost walked Invoker on the lane, and it's being pinged out as well. He's saying, let's just get out of there, we don't need to mess around with this bottom lane, as long as it's barely pushed out.
He's just gonna stay here and make sure the lane doesn't come in, and push of travel at the last moment. He's doing the right thing.
Shivers, Blink, Scream. That's a real Terrorblade. No one needs to be a little bit careful. The Sunstrike will be slightly off the mark. No one getting fairly low here. He actually has to find somewhere to heal up. Or he can perhaps throw. He has got teammates with cheese, so he may just ask his teammates to use one of those cheeses. TP on in. There we go. He's coming in. Very low in health still, and there we go. Instantly gets past a cheese to use. They have 2, so they may as well just use them frivolously. Lycan pops the ultimate. The Fish are going to block the entrance to the base. OG say, get out of our base. No one ignores the order as he just blinks onto the high ground. There's going to be a Tornado Sunstrike to hit him. The Sonic Wave is there. Not doing enough damage to bring anyone down just yet. The EMP followed up by a Deafening Blast. Chaos Mia combo. Anna doing some damage here, but it's no tell on the Terrorblade. Sunder on cooldown. Being brought down. Fly's going to tick away to the Maledict, and OG have lost their remaining racks here. And they
got
have
the melee bottom though.
Probably lost game 1. I say that as Nature's Prophet is doing some split push. He's going to start chipping at the tier 4 towers, but this is not a base race he can win. OG have to find ways to defend and kill VP here. Lycan's even TP back to defend the Radiant base here. OG will not tap out just yet, but it really feels like this is the end. Some damage being dealt by the Nature's Prophet to the Radiant base, but it is not going to be enough. Tip the scales right now. Perhaps OG just going to look to reset and try and drag this one out a bit longer. Aegis still in hand for the Queen of Pain, and the lead now up to over 22,000 gold. Quap has hit level 25, gets the spell lifesteal. This is really where she becomes near unkillable. So OG will make VP play it out, make them secure the win.
Welcome to the late game Quap. Yep. Shivas plus I think Shivas plus Maelstrom is my favorite late game build for Quap.
Goes back for that pickup or has something else in mind. Divine Rapier. Base race time. This is not an item you can really fight with. He doesn't have a BKB, doesn't have any way to team fight. This is, I feel like, one purpose in mind. Hit the enemy throne. I feel like he needs like a Mask of Madness or something to go with this.
AC maybe?
See how this one plays out for S4. Problem is, none of the lanes are pushed out. You're up against Mega Creeps.
Oh, that was so close.
Nice rapier. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get our hands on that one? But yeah, you can't actually backdoor when you're against Mega Creeps if you can't push out any of these lanes. So S4 may be just forced to fight with this one. We'll see VP charge forward, looking to end this game. Fort Jerax, who will go down before he can cast a spell. No Echo Slam could spell disaster. Venomancer going to drop The Poison Nova as OG getting farmed in their fountain. The cask bouncing around. Gonna kill off the Visage as well. No one's Queen of Pain. Going untouched. 16-0-11. 0 deaths on him. 0 deaths on Ramsey's life as well. He was the one who got pressured in lane. A close to flawless performance from Team DOTA2 Pro.
MVP, Queen of Pain. Yes, no doubts about that. The Corp and the Night Stalker were just too much to handle. Like the first few Night Space, they did too much damage to OG's lineup.
Yeah, it was really those two orchestrating the victory in a lot of ways. But
I don't know, I feel like they probably should have helped I mean, the Invoker just felt like he just got trashed too much in the lane, and Earthshaker didn't feel like he wanted to help because maybe he felt like he couldn't help him.
It was an unexpected last pick, I feel. We were both kind of surprised when we saw it. It was the final pick of the draft. They know they're going up against a Queen of Pain mid with a Night Stalker roaming around, and they picked a very weak, vulnerable mid laner.
Think about the lanes, what OG did this game. They left Gustav S4 on the safe lane, and they went aggro try with the Terrorblade.
Cloud9's turn to ban.
Dire's ban now.
Monkey King. Lifestealer and Anti-Mage bands coming out, and that is the last pick here for LFY. Should reveal what their plans are for Monkey King. I have no clue what direction they're going with this draft now. This Monkey King pick is very, very different from...
And out of the 9 games they've played so far, Monkey King has not been picked, so
No.
this is the first showing of that.
Yep.
And it will be a clockwork.
Clockwork. Alright,
So that's a safe lane Monkey.
more or less guaranteed safe lane Monkey King here for Monet. Interesting. I think the hero has a place as a core, but it's very important for Monkey King as a core to get farm. That's why I'm not that big a fan of the offlane role for the hero, because if you fall behind, your contribution to the fight is the same as that of a support Monkey King, basically. Getting fast levels on this hero can be nice, but in this game the matchups it has aren't good enough to warrant putting it offlane and hoping to get a core impact from that. Phantom Lancer last pick.
So if you're LFY, you're gonna get ganks with Monet, Monkey King, and then if that's successful, then you push the tower with Super. Right? That's a little bit like the game plan around this.
The logic is definitely that the Clockwork, Earth Spirit, and Monkey King can combine and find kills pretty easily, and then because of the synergy these heroes have in pairs, they can do the similar thing to last game, where there's like a gank squad and a push squad at the same time. That might be what they're looking to do here, but maybe... So how's this lane gonna go? It is indeed an AUI Enchantress, by the way, so
Yes.
this will be an MSS offlane Sand. That Sand looks huge in this perspective, by the way. It's like very fearsome.
Impressive.
I think this is a Monkey King favored lane, which is very rare, because Sand King wins against almost every melee hero, but Monkey King is so strong in melee matchups as well. So that could be something they were expecting when they saw the picks, that MSS would be playing that Sand King, and could be part of the reasoning for the Monkey King pickup here. It's a pretty good PL game, though. And similar to last game, I don't think Cloud9's draft necessarily has problems later on if things go well. They just need to get off to a better start. It's simply, they can't have these this deficit at 15 minutes again.
So pressure on AY.
Pressure on AOI in a sense, but I think this time, in a way, maybe also a bit pressure off, because they can just play standard easier, maybe. Also, last player to be killed. That is the player who dies last, not in the game, but the first player to get, or last player to get his first death of the game.
Yes.
I think the Death Prophet will possibly not even die this game. That could happen.
But he is going to be a target that's going to get ganked.
He is. Yeah, it's actually pretty difficult to pick this.
Monkey?
No,
he's very squishy.
It's Kara Monkey King. I'm okay. Let's do Monkey King. That sounds cool. First blood, 0 to 3 minutes. I'm down with that. I think when there's an Enchantress in the game like this and an Earth Spirit, there's going to be a quick kill.
Yeah.
Team with first barracks, LFY. We're going to go with them as well.
Yeah.
Okay, see how much we're getting.
As well. So, Inflame gets scouted out. I really like AOI's Enchantress, by the way. Never mind, wait a second, hold that thought! Roly Boly in from Afu, they find themselves a tournament. He can doppelganger to the other side of the trees, though, and he should be okay.
Whoa, what is Inflame doing here?
I'm not sure if maybe he misclicked on the map or something, because that was a mistake. That was a bad play.
First blood did indeed happen 0 to 3 minutes.
Yes, got that prediction right, and Envy gets the kill for that as well, so great start for him, and that was a bit of a giveaway perhaps, but...
Wow, you can still predict it, guys. If you didn't check that, you can still predict 0 to 3. The predictions end now, so that's your free point of the game.
3 points. Nice one.
That's funny. I honestly have no idea what happened to Inflame there. He just kept running in.
Yeah.
Not sure what he was expecting there. But nice first blood for Cloud9, as you said. And it went the way of Envy, so good head start for him. He's going to get his poor man, and probably work toward a fast ring of Aquila, I would imagine, for this type of lane.
Oh, what do you make of this sentry? Is it blocking things?
It's blocking the south camp, not the north one. And AUI gets a Centaur, which is pretty decent.
That's very good, actually.
And he might smoke straight away and try to make a play top with the Sand King here.
Yeah, he's got it in his infantry already. AY, of course, used to be known for his Chen.
Yep.
And Enchantress is a surrogate Chen. He finds himself an Earth Spirit, though. Can't really rotate for mid right now, at least not as a surprise. And we have also got a Dazzle coming to help Afu, who's able to roll back in to the help of DDC. AOI is just fine in terms of health though, he's not in any danger just yet.
Forcing 2 heroes to come his way is actually very nice for the Sand King. This gave a lot of space to MSS, and because of that he's gunning a little bit of a level and pressure advantage here in the lane. If Enchantress comes in from the right now, they could get a very good opportunity top, but instead he's going to go mid with at least this Wild Wing Ripper. It's going to be annoying for a super. And this early stage just already looks a lot smoother for Cloud9.
Yeah, they have a solid plan about how they wanna handle this.
Yeah.
And it's working out. So far so good. Inflame is getting pressured a lot as well, bot lane.
They're winning all 3 lanes right now. Very nicely. Fata is actually destroying mid currently. He is forcing DP to use her salve. He's up 12-4 to 3-0 and is holding the middle lane in the river. So this is very, very different from the previous game for Super.
OG's turn to ban.
Radiant's turn to ban. Seconds. Dire's turn to pick.
Nice Stalker ban. So last game they picked the hero first, and I don't know, like I think most of the teams value the hero very highly. Like both the LGD teams, they value the hero highly, and they're top of their groups.
Seconds.
Yeah, I think this hero is very hard to deal with if you know how to utilize him in the laning phase and the vision control.
It was I think Afu from LFY who really first started pushing the hero in the competitive meta game.
No, before that they even started. I can't remember who was picking the hero a lot, but before that, there's someone picking the hero. Ever since they changed the the passive into the flying,
yeah.
That was actually so good for him.
It's a cool change. It makes him a lot more fun and exciting to watch.
It makes you not rely on the Aghanims as much.
Yep. Yeah, you can find heroes who are trying to kite and juke you. It gives you an escape where you can escape and your opponents can't actually chase you. Really opens up a lot of possibility
with the change.
Yeah, the spell has received some nerfs, so we are seeing a slightly watered down version of the new Night Stalker.
Oh,
banned in game 1, picked in game 2.
The two-headed guy.
Both these heroes were first stage banned. The Wyvern VP first banned, and OG actually banned. Well, no, was it OG who banned Ogre? A different team banned Ogre.
No, not OG.
Today.
OG didn't ban Ogre.
Some team, I think it was Cloud9 who banned Ogre against me.
This guy is back.
Yeah.
The VP solo special, one of the best Ogres around.
I feel like it must have been something that's been happening in scrims for team to actually come in and first pick the hero and first ban it against VP. They must have seen VP playing it in scrims.
So the way they run this Ogre is like a position 5, not a position 4, and he's gonna like
sit
hard
mid.
The mid lane.
Yep, he
Ogre
is...
Sniper, Ogre Queen of Pain. Good luck, Anna. Just as if the last game wasn't as bad.
Anna's not going mid. They picked the... No-Tail's like, don't worry, bro. I've got you. I'll go mid. Give me Brew. I'll take the mid lane. Earlier today, they had a No-Tail mid Brew. It's kind of more just like a sacrificial mid in some ways. It reminds me a lot of like how Dragon Knight plays out, with maybe a bit more team fight presence at level 6, but it's kind of this mid that can go there, be tanky, hard to kill.
They should give him Dragon Knight. I agree.
Give him more Dragon Knight. It's one of his best heroes. But it won't be a Dragon Knight with the Brewmaster, I can only imagine.
Why not? Brewmaster could be off lane.
Yeah, that's true. S4 has played the Brew as well.
Can take the Brewmaster, and let's say put No-Tail, when they have a Brewmaster plus Dragon Knight, then they take a Terrorblade, have like a push kind of strat, or Drow Ranger. I think Drow Ranger's okay.
Drow DK.
Yeah, Drow DK is okay.
We'll see what they want to go for now. PL banned out. There is definitely flexibility with the Brew pick, as you mentioned. Can go off lane, can go mid, can even go safe lane. Not
most
maybe
of
the
the
preferred.
the first two hero openings are their flexi pick. For VP, their flexi pick is the Sand King because Pasha and Leo plays the hero. For OG, why is the Brewmaster flexi? Players as well.
We do see a lot of team opening up with their 2 supports as well, I'd say.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
Chinese,
a lot of the games we're
the
casting early,
Chinese teams, LGD, like they are, but their 2 supports could be off lane. Like sometimes they would do.
we saw that from Liquid and LGD. Like Liquid would just pick up Kuro and GH's heroes first 2. So I would say it's
IO Spirit Breaker.
IO Spirit Breaker, IO Tusk, yeah, exactly. So I think Liquid's another team that hides their core heroes for a while, but
Because that team is the tri-core team. They draft around their 3 cores getting equal amounts of like a spread across the 3 cores, and the 2 supports don't get too much farm. Like every team has their own preference and how they distribute their gold. Everyone has their distributions of the pizza, you know. Everyone gets different amount of slices of pizza. Some players getting more, some getting less. When you are VP, you're definitely giving Mr. No One the most. Mr. No One and Ramses and the other 3 less. Maybe not less, but the whatever they
yeah, No One and Ramses get first choice of their slices, you know. They're gonna get the big pieces with all the toppings and
They
ingredients.
ban out the Enigma.
S4
Why did they
Enigma?
ban out Enigma?
Probably, maybe they're gonna be picking some kind of a melee carry that complements the Bloodlust.
Yeah, like the lifesteal is quite annoying.
Lifestealer Troll could be an
Ursa.
option. Ursa, yeah, I was
Lifestealer,
thinking
Troll.
Ursa.
Those are the heroes that they pair with. What else? OD doesn't worry about. I mean, OD does.
Yep.
Yeah, OD snipe. Ursa.
For OG, they're banning out those Bloodlust partners, starting with the Sniper. I wouldn't be surprised to see like
Sniper is not only the Bloodlust partner. It's like because the lane. It's one of the easiest to kill in the lane. The Ignite plus the Shrapnel hit hero.
see what else they ban out, whether it's going to be another Bloodless hero or even target some of the other lanes. That Pasha hero pool, but other than the Darkseer they've already banned out and the bad, it feels like they can just target some of the Bloodlust companions.
Okay, so are we gonna see Alacrity Panda?
They used a lot of their reserve time to get to that Silencer ban. So Silencer, a mid hero that no one has played from time to time, and a very niche pick, but a hero that again benefits from the Bloodlust.
Silencer counters 2 of their heroes. The
Yep.
current 2 picks. Very bad against the for the Wyvern and play against Silencer.
They go for instead
Okay, this
Death
is the
Prophet.
the mid pressure, the dual pressure, Ogre,
Yep.
Death Prophet.
And that's where
The silence is very good against the blue.
we have to, that's where you can't see like a mid hero like the Invoker kind of left on his own again. You need help at the mid lane, or you need like a Dragonite Brewmaster. Just I think the Brewmaster may just go mid, but
Dragon Knight is also gonna have
yeah,
hard time.
any hero's gonna have time is the reality, I guess. Perhaps not like what Viper maybe. Not
Queen
sure.
of Pain is actually gonna be fine because every time they do the drain and the ignite, you just blink.
They take that approach. They're going to grab a hero to actually pressure the mid and play around.
The best Earth Spirit.
Jerix, the one, the only.
So they have a good balance around the team fights. Good lane. Oh, okay.
Mills,
So
Enchantress.
Sand King and Enchantress, they spot weakness because Wyvern, Earth Spirit, they show their 2 supports. These 2 supports cannot deal with the creep, and they are not very strong in the lane. And Ogre and Enchantress, on the other hand, these are 2 heroes designed to win the laning phase.
Yeah. Well, I feel like OG have to pick strong laners, and Pugna is going to be the hero of choice here. Interesting. Typically run in the mid lane, may suggest the Brew going off lane, but also very squishy hero against the Death Prophet Ogre.
Pugna, maybe?
Yeah, maybe safe lane. Not great against Enchantress rotations, I feel, though. Like a Sand King Enchantress can run all over.
Are they gonna
Pugna.
pick some anti-mage? Okay, no. No. Because anti-mage, I look at these 4 heroes, the Pugna, Earth Spirit, Brew, Wyvern, it's like hiding a big hero. And probably like some
Big late game carry.
AM morphling. AM. They need someone that can resist the Enchantress, like hold the Enchantress pressure. Because Enchantress is gonna annoy the shit out of you in the early game. Like it's gonna be very difficult to play. Sand King, Ogre, Enchantress. Need someone that is hard to gank, can survive in the lane and can carry later part. And morphing's that good against stuff.
Kind of maybe want some burst damage as well against the Death Prophet. If you want to fight into them, you need to
quite-
be able to kill her quickly with the exorcism.
Like, hard to pick here.
Anti-mage would have been great for that, because if you blink in with Manta Illusions, you burn a mana void is there. It is a hero with items that can quickly blow up a Death Prophet. Instead, where do we look? OG don't have much time, they only have 3 seconds of reserve time.
Not sure what
Don't
they're
pull a
gonna
newbie in random.
do. Not sure what they're gonna do.
Could be
Still
the
gonna-
Morphling, they're gonna go for the big late game carry.
But then it's not very good here. I mean, it's one of their better choices. Because the Enchantress can move your... I mean,
Yeah.
you can still jump to it, but you won't be able to hit targets with it.
I mean,
that's-
you can still use it just as an escape tool, not a fighting tool.
But you can't control where it goes. That's the thing.
Other than that, interaction between the two heroes, would you say Morph is fine against Enchantress?
It's okay against Enchantress. Not the greatest, not the worst.
You asked
But-
for a carry with some escape against the Enchantress.
Yeah,
so.
but then your laning phase is gonna be tough, you know. Sanking and
Yep.
Morphling is a short range hero in the lane, so caustic is gonna be a problem for you. And then on top of that, there's gonna be some big creep running into your lane, shooting you. And now there's gonna be a bear. So it's
Yeah.
very aggressive, like very fast paced. They are not even choosing to pick like late gamer to go up against the Morphling. They're just gonna be all out aggression. It's 15-20 minutes. They have good lanes. Tower hitter in that Prophet, they have a Roshan killer, Ursa, so the pace of the game will be the first 15 minutes is going to be really quick. So they're going to try to steamroll you. The Enchantress is going to try to... I think the best play is to destroy the Morphing state. Go wherever the Morphing goes. Ursa will be fine on his own. The Blue Ogre is going to destroy me with the Death Prophet. The plan is by the end of the laning phase, 3 lanes won.
Yep.
And then they take your towers one by one and Roshan.
This really feels like, in a lot of ways, a continuation of Kiev Major Grand Finals. It was always VP being the aggressors, winning the lanes, and OG playing from behind. We're seeing that again here in this series.
Very hard, but they do have a lot of like wave clear to hold the game. Like wave clear is one of the better ways to draw out the game. They have Wyvern, Splinter Bus, Pugna, Brewmaster, in some ways. I think they do have the necessary tools to hold out the game, provided they can limit the damage done by Enchantress.
Yep.
It's not an easy job. Like the Earth Spirit, I think the Earth Spirit has to like follow him around, block the camps with sentries or body block, whatever. Do whatever he can to slow the Ench down. Like the Ench is the key hero here. Like he needs to be stopped. You can't kill him as the Earth Spirit, but you need to make sure that he has to spend a lot of time to grab a creep, annoy him, and the main thing is keep vision on him. You must make sure that you see him and just get the Morphlings in on the mid lane, then fine.
Yeah, kind of acting as a warning signal for your other lanes as to where people are going. We'll see the early TPs out. Jerax TPs and rolls, does not catch solo.
Look at Solo. Where is he going to place the 2 wards? So he's going to have one this one blocks the camp.
And gives some good vision.
Yeah, this is going to help them a lot to pressure to win the lane. And the other ward should be around the mid lane.
Jerax walks past and he may get spotted planting this ward if he's
Yeah,
not careful.
look at his item as well. This tells a lot. He went for
His
boots.
Yeah, he wants
He
to
went for
chase
boots.
Ench.
He's gonna, I think, look to scout the Ench.
Or even just look at his first ward, it scouts out the Enchantress's jungle. And there's a Radiant Sentry. They thought actually that he was going into block camp, so they guessed wrong, but they have the right idea. They know Jerax is going to be messing with the Enchantress. And that is going to be the key thing here. Jerax is trying to maybe hide the fact that he does have Observer Ward up there. Doesn't it currently see the Sand King?
Let's see if VP's plan will work. 3 lanes victory. Enchantress top lane, Ogre mid lane. Earth Spirit has a lot of work to do, and Wyvern has to carry an early TP. Okay, he has a TP.
Seems like VP feel like these camps may be blocked. We'll see where Lil puts this other sentry, but he may guess wrong with this as well. Jerax is trying to like mind game them. This is a pretty unconventional ward spot for level 1, but very much with the idea in mind that this early level 1 movement is going to be key.
He expected the wards stay somewhere, but
He scouted Jerax.
let's see if Jerax blocks the camp. He's gonna body block. Gonna body block the camp.
Yep.
Maybe place the ward even.
Enchantress is going to the enemy jungle. Look at this.
Oh.
It says, you're going to mess with me? I'll...
He put his ward down.
Yeah, he put his ward on the sentry too, but...
He's looking for him. He's just looking for him. This is the correct one. This is perfectly what he is supposed to do and what he's meant to do in this game. He just needs to annoy Lil and follow him around.
Lil.
Kill
Oh, he
check.
got pinged. It looks like he was spotted. The courier's going to go back a different way, so that courier snipe not going to work this
The
time around.
battle of the position for Parker.
Yeah, this is a very thrilling stuff to watch. I'm enjoying it. Centaur headed top. Not the best level creep, but at least it's something.
You
and
know what's the best level 1 creep?
Shockwave.
Yeah, where's the shockwave?
The Harpy's not bad too. The little chain lightning fella, but you don't normally scout out the
that
small
one's
camp.
harder to get.
Yeah, you don't. One, it's not that common, and two,
Okay,
it's
he goes back to his 100 goal.
nice. Now he finds it.
So yeah, another centaur. Where's the Earth Spirit? Okay, he's not become an item. Or
He does know where the Enchantress is now. Is he gonna? Is this smoke or something? No, it's another
Yeah,
sentry.
but look at the lane though. See, the Sand King is just being in the lane. Like this lane is gonna be tough for Arma. Yep. Bad. Double centaur coming in.
Heavy damage and harass, but Passion is getting a bit low from that Arctic burn.
And look at mid lane.
Getting bullied. Potential first blood. No tail very low. The Crypt Swarm will finish him off. As the classic solo ogre camp and sit on mid lane strat is paying off here.
This is okay. Are they winning now?
Bottom
Kinda.
lane, S4 is slightly behind the CS. Mid lane is definitely being won. Top lane, I don't know. I think you could argue that OG is still doing okay in this top lane for now.
For now, but the Sand King is gonna pull ahead because the Enchantress is coming into the lane with the Centaurs, and this is gonna be tough. Now he has level 2. It's refreshing the duration of the Centaur, waiting for the next camp here. As long as he stops the pull here, if he keeps the enemy from pulling and he controls the wave with the 2 Centaurs with the Sand King stun, it's gonna be very difficult for Ana to farm. Okay, triple stun incoming.
No, the chain stun is there. He's trying to morph his way through it, but he can't quite survive.
Yeah. This lane is very
Now you can say perhaps 3 lanes have been won. No tail.
No tail picks up the haze and goes to the enemy.
He's farming bounty runes at this point, not creeps as a mid laner. That is concerning in
But
itself.
he is not alchemy.
He's not. Jarek's gonna roll on through, takes the Centaur down. Nicely done, didn't even chew through any of his Stone Remnant charges.
Yeah, and he blocked the camera as well, 3-minute cam. So that was important.
Yep.
So when Edge goes back, he has a all-wing repair.
Mid lane, no tail. Uh-oh. Not able to survive his way through that one, as he does get brought down. This mid lane, disaster for game 1 for Ana, disaster for game 2 for No Tail. This is just not a place you want to be against VP's pressure. First it was Lil's Night Stalker, now it's Solo's Ogre.
Oh, he's gonna die again, yeah?
He's not careful. Ogre has got boots and Orb of
Oh,
Venom.
look
Oh,
who's-
may find Jarek's here, who doesn't have a role. He does not want to run to the south. That's
oh
for
my
sure.
god, look at this. These are 2 of the. To me, these are 2 of the strongest supports at level 1. Like early levels. You cannot fight an Ogre and an Enchantress. You just can't.
Yep. We're seeing it.
Oh my god. Okay, so OG has to be patient and wait for levels. Yeah, levels. When they get their monster ulti, first free ulti, they're gonna be able to fight back. But right now it is VP's game.
They are the ones dominating the laning stage, reflected in the early game CS of all the core heroes.
I think
VP,
you can safely say all lanes lost right now.
yes, I would agree. Morphling has close to the same CS as Sand King, but does have the death, and ultimately that's your safe lane Morphling that you're supporting with both supports. And this mid lane Pugna is getting bullied badly.
Osprey has to, yeah, he's gonna have to place wards around me. Yeah, he's gonna have to place one around the bot area. They can't see they feel very pressured now, they don't see the ogre.
He is in the neighborhood. May find the initiation if they push forward. Okay, now they will. Jerickson, Solo. And scout one another out. It looks like Solo.
Can't really fight him.
Yeah, I was like, Jerickson, are you sure you would be the one running forward? Those have a boulder smash to play around.
That is like, okay, they got a
Top
kill on the
lane,
Sand
yeah.
King, but they're gonna lose the Wyvern.
Oh, one more right click. They may lose Lil though in the process. Anna's got another waveform and he gets the right click as he does it. That was fantastic. And he gets control. A little bit of extra gold going his way.
And bot lane, S4.
He gets rotated on. Solo's Ogre just everywhere on the map, and the TP has to be cancelled as Ramsey poses a threat to get an additional kill.
Can't really set up a kill yet. Jirax just probably wants to place around the
He runs into Lil's Enchantress, which means you does not get a chance to do it. He puts the ward in the mid high ground instead, but that's 2 wards in kind of close proximity at this mid lane. Not really the ideal spots to have.
But still, like, you can see that he just wants to have vision around. Like Pugna is very vulnerable to this kind of rotation. Any, like, Ogre behind him is stunning, like he's dead. Enchantress with a creep behind him, he's dead. So if this is like, if Pugna loses this game, it will be the first game he lost in the tournament. Like so far, Pugna has won all types.
Yeah, it sounds. I know at least day 1. I'm not sure what's happened today, but that does sound right. Definitely picked in a very tough laning situation, but can bounce back.
Here comes the Ench with his Satyr.
OG do have 3 heroes at this top lane to combat this one.
They can fight them with these 2 heroes.
And meanwhile, bottom lane, S4 is going to get gone on and brought down.
Brutal, savage,
Jumped by the Ogre rotation again. Top lane, and just fleeing back to their tower. Lil work against them. Sanking just harassing Anna with Burrow Strike Caustics. Let's see a turnaround. Anna actually wants to go aggressive. May almost be able to bring down Pasha. Needed a couple more right clicks or another waveform.
Still has
not have. Mid lane. Another kill. Pugna goes down. Constant solo is mid. He's bottom. He's been in 5 of these 7 kills. And the lane he hasn't been is that top lane, but he is winning both bottom and mid. Meanwhile, Enchantress is winning the top lane for him. The supports of VP being very influential in this early game.
Fly almost going down to the creep. It's like running him down with shockwaves.
Oh man.
Okay, so do they have what?
Look at the levels on these supports.
Panda has level 6. So
Jarex is level 2. Wyvern. About to hit level 4. Wyvern's a bit more okay in terms of levels. Top lane, oh, doesn't hit the Burrow Strike on Anna. Solo just gonna walk in, take some tower against right click. He's turn and fire blast. Anna's.
Okay, they have Bruce Blade now. They should do something with it. They have to do something.
Yeah, it looks like they're smoking up here around this bottom lane.
Maybe smoke towards top. Oh, they're gonna try to kill Raptors.
Okay. Tough kill to get, perhaps.
Where are they going?
Mid lane, I want to say.
Put a ward down and go mid. Yeah, put a
or
ward
bottom.
down.
We'll find out soon enough as OG leave Morphling alone to his own devices. Ramses is headed towards this bottom rune, and looks like he will get.
Oh, they even got the
okay, that'd be a great 2 pickups if they can get it. Ramses.
Oh my god, is he gonna get out?
He doesn't look like it. He gets slowed down by the Drunken Haze. There's going to be a clap as well to hit. There's going to be the Primal Split. Epicenter coming in from Pasha from the side. Gets the Burrow Strike as well. Ramsey still low. Does not have the ultimate. Where's that Cyclone? It looks like he can't quite get in range. Throws the boulder from afar. They really want this Ursa. The Brewmaster going to be close to getting this kill. Is there going to be enough damage? Should just get it. Yes, he does the win walk. Good micro coming out. OG will lose the Wyvern in the process. And S4 does not have an escape of his own. And Burrow Strike back up. S4 should be going down as well, as no one gets 2 kills in return. Taking a look at some of these other lanes. Notel did get some good damage on the mid tower, but top lane is being bullied. Anna, sub 200 HP with no way of farming this top lane.
That was quite a disastrous first Bruce split. They got 1 kill, but they lost 2 heroes.
Okay.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
Ramses chases him down. Used that decrep aggressively and did not have any solutions to the Ursa rotation in.
They desperately need to lost the level 6. That's gonna be another point where they can. Like, their team fight is strong. Lost Spirit, ulti, Panda ulti, and Wyvern ulti.
We need to get to that point.
Somehow get there.
Earth Spirit's just level 3 at 10 minutes into this game. Even that Tomb of Knowledge is not going to solve that problem of getting to level 6. Nanis? Farming okay, I think, is the one thing that is going alright for them, but...
Yeah, they dedicated so much resource to make sure that the Morphling can do okay.
Yeah, as you can have to. You pick a Morphling, it's not a hero you want to have get shut down. It's not like kind of like a catch-up hero in that sense. Jarex here, it does look like VP just trying to...
Look at this Ogre, he's hitting the carry.
And he was hitting the carry underneath the tower earlier. No one gets the kill mid on Notel, and Anna may actually just go down here at top lane, gets Burrow Strike, has a waveform soon. Does he have a TP to go with it? Yes, he does.
Just enough mana.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so
barely gets away. Mid lane was where the Death Prophet managed to find a kill, and looking to work on this tower for now, but is still fairly healthy. Boy oh boy, are things looking bad for OG right now.
Yep.
4k plus gold lead, and we're just 11 minutes in.
Wait till they get the tower top and they get Roshan. Yeah.
Towers, Roche. Definitely going to be easy for them to control Roche with this lead they've got,
they
and the Ursa.
They have a Panda split again. He
two
was
next.
close to his blink. I mean, every split after this has to net them something. They need to be able to get something.
Seems for now they just want to work at this bottom lane. NOTAL just throwing out spells to try and zone this Ursa away.
Fly is almost level 6 though.
Here
One
comes Sand no Blink Dagger just... Oh sorry, here comes the Ogre. Sand trying to finish this play. He's at 2.1k gold. Jerax, oh, he rolled into this one. Does get hit by the Cold Embrace as S4 is looking for that Primal Split opportunity, but with Death Prophet TPing in, I don't know if you want to fight this one. There may not be a Nexus, but there is Spirit Siphon charges. And S4 is looking like he's in a world of trouble. Can't get out of that one, doesn't even want to use the split because he realizes how important it's going to be. But the good news is NOTAL does get some good damage onto the tower, can't finish it off as he was running out of mana. But it will likely be taken down by VP.
I guess space.
Doesn't? Yeah, that feels like an okay sequence of events for
They
OG.
managed to force 4 heroes spot. That was okay.
Yep. The mid tower went down as well sometime recently, so they've taken a couple towers of their own. It's still not by any means good, but it was like a 6k gold lead, and now we're down to
I think
more like 4 to 5.
Overall, it's a good exchange for OG. And they still have split. Panda's still quite close to his dagger. Look at S4, it's like such a deep play. He's not even trying to up. He's just trying to up. Rush, the Ursa, OG knows what's going on. I guess Jerax is on the ground.
Seems to know, but no one positioning on the outside of the pit, not wanting to get caught inside. They want to get this, they've got to get this soon. They need a big Winter's Curse. Level 6 is up on the Wyvern. It's up to Fly. He scouts with the Replicant. Not a bad way to start this fight. Problem is Ramsey's just in the pit finishing off. Epicenter comes out as NOTAL gets burst down to start the fight, and S4 does not get off his ultimate. And they're going to have to waveform on out of there. May even be in some trouble if VP want to go for the chase. The Blink Bar are going to find Fly behind the tier 1 tower. He'll get taken out as VP use their vision advantage. They had a very nicely placed observer ward on the high ground by the shrine. And Ramsey's knowing that he can just finish off Roche for the team, take that engagement. Great. The vision is really the big thing there. They had 2 wards protecting that Roche, one right around the river, one by the shrine. They saw that entire fight coming from OG.
No, at least Anna didn't die.
Seems like a kind of small thing in the context of how that fight really went with how many heroes they lost.
I mean, this is how they draft. Always like, from experience, I can say things that they tend to like to pick heroes that are better in team fights but weaker in the lanes. Sometimes you see them losing in the laning phase quite hard.
And especially with their supports, whereas VP have the complete opposite approach with their support picks. They'll pick the aggressive lane-dominating supports, the Ogres, the Disruptors for solo, the Night Stalkers, the Enchantresses for Lil.
The thing with like Ogre and Enchantress is like those two won't contribute a lot past the mid game. Apart from like casting Bloodlust, you won't do so much. Whereas the Osprey and Wyvern, they can do a lot in fights.
And that's where, regardless of how big of an advantage VP might get, OG will still be in this one with a chance in the late game. It's been ages. Look to save it with the Enrage on out. He needs to be careful. If he does die, he will not have Enrage when he respawns, and it looks like he will go down to the Magnetize. Just an Aegis claim with VP rotating in. OG do need to get the hell out of here. Boulder Smash is there, but NOTAL still in all kinds of trouble. Blocks the entry, but does not have a TP. Would have been able to survive if he had one. Trying to just turn and fight, but fortunately without a TP he could not escape. But again, space for Anna, you know, it's anytime you can buy it for the Morphling to get some farm is going to be time well used.
Carry this game.
The Lincoln's E-Blade is really where he's got to get to. Those 2 items will give him the burst damage potential to get involved.
Another 10 minutes. If he's lucky.
Yeah, so like 10 minutes for both those items if things go well for OG.
So they have the blink on Gustav now. Let's see if they can get a good split, win a fight.
Steals the replicate.
It's possible though, they have 3 big... Oh, okay, Osprey has no ulti, 40 seconds. They can use this 3 big ulti.
They found their spirit. I think they may no longer want to use those ultimates. Problem is, Brewer's being found in the side. No silence though, so he does get off the split. And it looks like they may be able to bring down the Sand King here.
That's good.
Definitely good for OG to start things off here, trading the Earth Spirit for the Sand King and possibly looking for more. No one is fairly tanky with this Yules and Hood, so maybe not the target they want to go on. As the Primal Split wears off, likely it's time for them to retreat. Ana and Lil just battling it out in the top lane.
He's staying in his lane all the time just to kill him.
Lil, yeah. He's so obnoxious right now. He's just throwing impetus after impetus. He's stealing his ultimate, he's just throwing creeps at him. Oh, he misses the
Might be in
waveform.
trouble here.
But yeah, Lil does have a TP, but can't use it against the adaptive strike.
Okay, he might actually...
Yeah, we'll see TP support coming in from the Sand King, and I think the chase is unwise at this point, given how close to that tier 1 tower you are. And yeah, they scan it. Well, they don't know what they scan. That was actually just Lil's Enchantress.
The 2 supports are just looking so far. This small thing, he goes to mid lane and then the ogre runs up to him, hits him.
No one just runs at him. I mean, the small thing is farming well, but it's not been easy. Bottom lane, S4 gets solo killed. Back to mid, Pasha. Burrow Strike to initiate in on the Pugna. Gonna see some turnaround here, but goes invis to get away from them. But the silence coming out. There's the Winter's Curse. Is this going to be enough damage? The right clicks are there. Ana perhaps putting himself in some danger here. Didn't need to waveform forward, and Ramses has showed up with a Blink Dagger. Goes on no-tail. It's going to be a kick away from Jerax, saving his life. And he's got to roll to save his own if he needs it, but bigger problems at the Shrine as Ana's Morphling does get picked off, and no-tail now in trouble. He just got the force stuff at the end, but he still got brought down despite activating it. And now with Exorcism up for a little bit longer, and an Arcane Rune at that. VP going to take this T2 mid, or at least do some good damage.
You don't want your Morphling to die. So what else can they do now? They use the Winter Wyvern's ulti, they use their Magnetize, they use Split.
Yeah, that was a moment
I
where...
guess Split was in the previous fight.
Yeah, it's coming back up soon.
They need all 3 ultimates on the same
Fly. They know where he is. They've got a high ground ward here for him. And they also see Jerax. Some great vision from Virtus Pro.
Oh, he actually chose to max the crab, right? Over Netherwall. I didn't know this. So he has the scene.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few Pugnas just get that one value point in the ward as the mid Pugna and max the deep grab.
I guess
that
it's really
very
good
short
against
cooldown.
the Ursa, and then both of them do a lot of right click.
Yeah, smoke up from OG. This one undetected. Perhaps gonna sit behind Ana. Lil is headed back that way to mess with him, and could be to his own death. It looks like they know where Lil is, but Pugna cannot do this alone.
But in the meantime, VP is shuffling bot lane in, always pushing the mid lane. And even if they get this kill, both the lanes are gonna... Oh no, Jerax is...
Lil is surviving, he's healing through it!
What?
Oh
He's
no.
not dead?
That's unfortunate. They just didn't have the damage for it. Perhaps...
He's actually quite tanky.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stats with the Atos, and then he survived on, like, he got his heal off with about 80 HP, and then he just out-healed the life drain. If it was level 2 life drain, it would have been a kill, but until not quite level 12. Why? They know he's here. He needs to TP on out. He will do so just barely before the Fire Blast arrives.
They have to take a fight with the 3 ultimates. I think it's still possible for them to win a fight if they can land a good curse, eliminate one target right away, and a good magnetize with this. They need to kite out the Ursa ulti with maybe the Wind Pendant, the Cyclone.
Death Prophet went back for a Midas. VP recognizing this game has slowed down. That is an unexpected pickup.
That is... Not sure what to make of it.
Given the pace of this game and how much pressure VP putting on, it felt like they would want to try and take all these out of towers.
You kind of don't want to go late game against them.
Yeah, and that's what the Midas is more suggesting, is that they are going to look to go late game, but interesting.
Quite weird. But let's see. it might actually pay off because let's say they can't pressure and Midas pays off.
Yeah.
He gets an extra item, let's say 10 minutes down the road.
Don't about 10 minutes, but like, yeah, you know, like it'll pay off over time. It's one of those things where you do get your gold back, like maybe after 25 minutes of using
I
it.
say it's strange because your lineup is built to destroy them now. You know,
Yeah.
20-25 minutes. At the very least, want to get a second Roshan and the high ground.
It does help her level up faster is one of the things. Death Prophet has some very powerful talents at level 20 and 25. So getting to some of those could definitely help out.
I guess that's true.
Plus 50 movement speed at level 20 is crazy.
Plus 8 spirit.
Yeah. Plus 600 health is even a lot, but we'll see if when and where we get to those points. But
Second Roshan is coming up.
he did smoke up here, but did not find all too much out of it. They've got the Enchantress creep camped in that Roche pit. And it's looking to build a Manta style. I think this was just not the game for the Ethereal Blade. I feel like that was, for me, that's just like your standard go-to bread and butter Morphling build.
Split push. Manta gives you much more split push because
Okay.
he probably feels like he can't pick anyone off. Everyone's tanky. Can't really kill the Sand King either with the Sandstorm unless you bring a Tusk. So
The targets you can kill is like
I guess he
Ogre.
feels like he needs to be doing much more split pushing rather than trying to ninja kill someone.
Death Prophet's already built a hood, so there is some added magic resistance
I don't
there.
know. I think some players would opt for the E-Blade.
Yep.
Not sure if you can say which one is better. They both do different things for the game, but I think I feel like going for more split push is like a safer one.
Oh, you
Because
definitely have a strong team fight, and that's something you kind of touch on. Like, they want to use those three big ultimates together, and that's where the Ethereal Blade does complement the team fight better than the Manta does, but the split push element is there.
Smoke broke.
Okay, they seem to have a general idea where they are.
Any wards, they have no vision.
They get one ward up, but it's not quite in the spot where they want to be. And now, uh-oh, Pasha gets silenced up. Hit by the slow hit. Do they actually want to jump on him? It looks like OG want to just reset.
They have high ground.
Yeah, they're
BP
gonna-
BP should not do
Need
anything.
smoke. How far around do they want to go? It looks
They-
like they want to go and take the OG high ground.
They need a better position.
Who's got the high ground now? VP say.
Oh, they can't even hit the shrine. Oh no.
VP just gonna go
Okay,
with
never
Roche.
mind. Roche is up.
You're in the Roche pit. There is no high ground, say VP. And OG are just camping around their ward. We saw this earlier with Liquid. You know, you want to fight around your vision. The problem is with Roche back and a Radiant Scan scouting out OG, VP know exactly what is going on and have secured themselves Aegis and Cheese. That is the big thing here. There's a Cheese on no one's Death Prophet. OG just need to get out, I feel, at this point. This is time to probably just TP on home. And problem is, Pasha's found them. They are going to look to fight. They put the Netherward on the cliff. We'll see how well this can go for OG. Fighting into the Ace and Cheese so far. It's looking okay. The Death Prophet being focused down first. Can she get the Cheese off? No, she can't. That's a great start to the fight. OG looking good so far. Winter's Curse has been expended already. It looks like they want to go in the Enchantress, but the heal there. They've got to switch their attention to the Ursa, who's being kited around. This is going absolutely fantastic. The Epicenter Burrow Strike maybe going to change the fate of this fight, though, as Pasha getting focused by Ana. One or two more right clicks could finish him off. Ana, will he get the kill? He does, but now he's got an Ursa to deal with. He's being stunned up. Numbers favoring OG for now. They did not want to buy back on the Death Prophet. Ana getting low, though, and without any more stats to morph, he is going to go down. VP have outlasted OG. Despite losing the Death Prophet, the Aegis
That
being the
was
tipping factor.
as good as you could get, I think, for OG. They killed 2 heroes, plus the Aegis, and they traded it for 4 heroes being far behind.
One of those moments where I'm like, holy crap, they're actually going for this team fight?
Yeah, they have the vision advantage. That's why they
Yeah.
they had the ward there, so they
They were so far behind in items, 12k gold deficit, up against Aegis and Cheese. They made the most of it, like you say.
the DP going down there without doing anything can't pop her cheese.
Yeah.
That was very crucial. I think if they pop the cheese on DP, the stick,
It's
okay,
like a
the
5-0.
The fight is over.
Yeah.
That was just like a GG fight.
They definitely recognize the importance of
Yeah, but
isolating
but
her.
that was the first fight Parker that OG fought with all 3 ultimates together.
But it felt like that. End of the day, VP walk away winners, even though they lose their Aegis. Because they do get more kills, and most importantly, Morphling dies.
Yeah.
Morphling lives there, and it's like a 4 for 3 in VP's favor. Then maybe you're like, well, actually, it's okay for OG. They got 1 less kill, but Morphling lived. The fact Morphling dies, I think, means VP are going to be very happy.
So right now they are moving on to their next objective. So once again, placing a wall, vision into objective, vision into objective. DOTA 101 once more, Parker. And now OG wants to smoke again. All ultimates up.
Just about. They haven't got the Earth Spirit yet. It's just come up now. Can they get the jump? Can they burst unknown? He does not have the cheese this time. He is the target you're going to go on. Exism going. They're going to blink in S4's Panda. They want to bring down No. When he pops the Glimmer Cape, can they execute him with the right-click damage from Ana? The Cyclone going there as well, trying to keep himself alive. The waveform on through. Death Prophet is healing back up, and that is a problem for OG. They haven't got any kills. They're going to lose the Pugna, who gets focused down by Ramses on the Ursa. The chase is on. The route is there. Fly is next on the chopping block. As OG do finally manage to bring down the Death Prophet. Ana's second win there being enough to bring him down. Jarek's being chased to the southeast, just TP on out of there. Back up to the top, Ramses is looking for S4 in the brew and will ultimately get him. 4 dead for OG. Ana wants Ramses, is going to go for it and gets the kill. Ana coming up big there, TPing on out. Nothing. Okay, there is something to cancel it. The Yule Scepter from Pasha. He then Soul Rings. Burrow strikes through. Pasha. Holy moly, this guy's insane. He's keeping Ana in place. He's locking him down, but there's a cold embrace, and that will save Ana's life here. Fly now can slow Lil a little bit. Will they go for some kills? Solo wants to TP on out. Adaptive Strike is not there in time.
That was so big, Parker, getting the Ursa.
And this fight, I think OG can say that was good enough. Ana survives and get kills.
That was more like great. That was great. They, you know, mid-fight when they cyclone the DP and he came down off the cyclone, Ursa like went beside him and passed him the cheese.
Oh, that's how he healed up. I was wondering how I thought it was like the Spirit Siphons or something, but that was an insane amount of heal coming up. He uses himself and gets past the cheese in the middle of all that. That is some insane micro coming in.
The Morphing is getting to a point where he's strong enough. One more item. Come on.
Absolutely. That was such a good fight there. The Death Prop, you can see, still very squishy, and this is where that Manta build is kind of paying off. The right-click damage from the Morphling really being shown in that fight.
For VP, I think after this fight, they are going to be very careful with the next fight that they take. They are not as strong as before. The Morphling is already reaching to a point where he's going to be quite hard to deal with. I mean, this is the kind of fight, right? You wish that maybe if the DP had more items instead of the Midas, then he didn't die. Then a lot of things would have been different.
Yeah.
But you know,
even just the fact this Death Prophet only has 6 armor right now.
The last
physical
two,
damage.
yeah, the last 2 fights he died. You know, like 2 fights in a row he died, and you remember the first time he died here?
Yeah, around
he just barely, like any extra item, he would have got his cheese off, and the fight would have been different.
Yep.
That was the first fight.
It does really feel like this Midas pickup has not paid off, and it's hurt him more than it's helped.
I mean, it's still paying off in a way, like he's getting more gold now, but the last 2 fights dying definitely set him back.
Yep. Well, see where VP go from here. They do still maintain a 28-9 kill lead, a very sizable gold lead.
Well, right now you can see the big difference, right? I talk about when it comes to mid-late game, the Ogre Ench is not going to do as much as the Earth Spirit Wyvern.
No. Wyvern won't do anything if she gets deleted, and that's exactly what Ramses does in the mid lane.
I don't think that they can actually force objective. They're losing a position 5, and now Morphing has space to push out lanes. I think VP needs to get a gem, control the map.
Had pretty good vision control for a lot of this game, but it does feel like over the last few minutes, after that team fight, OG have...
Morphling is going to start to split push like crazy, you know. It's going to be quite hard to deal with him, because the heroes don't really catch him very well. Like, the Sanking stun, that's pretty much it.
Oh, Solo glimmers up, gets the stun on Brew. Burrow Strike to follow it up. Can they bring down S4? He's going to just Primal Split, and that's a good force from VP, unless OG can turn this into some kills here. They're looking for a Cyclone. They will catch Lil here. To the south side, it's actually Sandking getting focused down. He's going to get drained out by the Pugna. Trying to escape will not be successful. Enchantress, meanwhile, healed back up. Bruma that blinks away as the Primal Split ends. Still gets caught by the Atos and kicked away to the south. Jerax saves his buddy S4. For now, though, as no one will catch him with the Yule Scepter, and I don't think he'll save him a second time. S4 has to be left to the Wolves. But RVP, no tail. Cold Embrace is there. This is not looking good. The Winter's Curse may save his life, though. No Tail will not survive. I don't think the Enchantress is there. Fly gets blinked on as well.
They have to use
Trouble.
I think they have to use... Oh no, he's pulling the creeps away. He's pulling the creeps.
There's a siege creep though.
Oh.
One siege creep has made its way through to disable the backdoor protection.
Oh, the Wyvern can't clear the siege.
Morphling is split pushing though. We saw this in the previous game. Morphling will push very fast at this bottom lane. The buybacks do come out, but can OG defend while Morphling rats? And it looks like the answer may be yes. Morphling at bottom does the Sand King and will just have to TP himself out of there. Back to the fight perhaps, where they've already lost the Pugna.
Oh, that's a dieback.
That is indeed a dieback. There may be no Sand King here, but VP may want to press their luck. Death Prophet's ultimate cooldown at 48 seconds for now. Does have an Octarine core to lower that cooldown.
Yeah, probably gonna wait for the Roche and the DP out. Safely.
So Pugna will be back up by that point, but ultimately they take the shrines.
It's still quite a risky thing going up high ground now to force it, because the Morphling is quite strong. Like, look at his items.
He's got the defusal now.
Yeah, he's really strong now. They need to be very careful. Getting the Roshan and Cheese. I think OG can contest it. They should contest it. Try to get a ward up around the Roche area right now, because Roche is the next important objective. Yeah, they're gonna smoke out for that. This is very, very important for OG. You need to be able to see this coming,
They smoke
contest
before
it.
Pugna even respawns, so this is maybe something that will catch VP by surprise.
I mean, they think Roshan might be up already.
The Radiant scan though.
It is the right play, because Roshan might be up and they might be already be doing it with the Ursa.
Fortunately for them, it's not up, and VP's not there, and VP now know the positioning of OG to some extent through that scan. And I imagine VP, if they've got a smoke, are looking to use one now and head that direction. OG need to get down some deep wards. To get down just the one, I believe that's all they had for the time being, as No Tail is going to be pushing out the mid lane. The fight could break out here. Ramses has a BKB, going to look to turn and fight the silence on the Morphling. He does Manta it off, as no one in the front line is going to throw out the ultimate now. They need to try and deal with him fast. He is getting brought down very quickly by Anna. The Diffusal going to purge him up. Anna going in. The Winter's Curse on Pasha's Sand King. They can't actually kill the Death Prophet as a result. Now they can get him down. The Brewmaster Primal Split really giving them a lot of control here. Pasha's now found Fly to the north. Looking to bring him down. The Primal Split throwing Enchantress up in the air. The waveform is there. Anna wants to focus on Lil, and it looks like he should have the damage to do it. The Force Staff going to help him out, but not enough, as the Cyclone now catches Ogre as well. And then may be able to get another kill here. He finds Ramsey, stops the Blink Dagger with that ultimate. Solo's Invis not going to save his life, and OG are overwhelming VP. 3 kills, no buybacks available. Sand King going to creep skip the top wave to prevent any kind of a push.
The DP needs like armor items though. He's getting shredded by the Morphling.
I feel like he should have gone with the Shiver's Guard. Just seems like the item he needed.
He's going to be
Yeah, he's not going for it, but it seems...
I mean, on the other hand, he's taking a lot of damage from the Nether Ward, the Panda,
Yes.
the Panda, like the split, the damage, the burn damage. I don't know, I think he needs a lot of stuff.
Ramses, is he actually going for this? Has BKB in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Roshan
he's
dropping
gonna try.
fast. He scouts it out. BKBs. Anna needs to get out of there. The Force Staff nicely played. Buying time for these respawns. Roche needs to get back in that pit before they can hit it, and it looks like without a BKB, this gets a lot trickier for Ramses to contest. Is he going to go for this? Needs to backpack an item. It looks like that will not be an option for him.
Big turnaround here.
I think OG do not want to fight though. They haven't got their ultis in. They'll lose Pugna because of it.
Get back indeed. Good stuff. Makes the call. Back. Roshan. Roshan down.
No Tail dies again, but ultimately for the greater good. Has not been a very friendly game for this Pugna. We'll see what VP can punish the lack of buyback. They could try and press down this middle lane.
Not going to be easy though. Like the
Absolutely.
ultimates are all back up for OG.
Yep. And Morphling can just kind of go in and fight first if he wants to.
He's so strong right now, like Anna.
It's almost he's gonna hit that level 25 fairly soon. Get that extra waveform range, I can only imagine. Not the best of level 25 talents. Like, it's good, but you know, like some level 25, you're like, holy cow, that's powerful. Morphling, it's like, eh.
Replicate damage can be good.
But you've got versing Enchantress though this game.
Yeah, sometimes replicate damage.
Probably not the game for it, but CVP finish off the tier 2, not wanting to force too much of a high ground push against this Aegis and Cheese.
I think once he gets this Skadi, he'll just be... He's already almost unstoppable. Once he gets the Skadi, Ursa's not going to do anything in the fight. He'll just get kited.
It's crazy that we're talking about OG, like how they're in a good position with this crazy farm Morphling when they're behind 20,000 gold, Winter.
Oh, yeah, actually, man, 20k.
Yeah, and we are talking about this as if it is a close game and that OG may actually be in a good position.
Because of the overall lineup.
Yeah.
Like, the VP's lineup, they snowball very hard in the early game, but they don't use the network well. Whereas the Morphling uses the network well. Fly and Jerax don't need much network to do their thing. In team fights, they do damage. No Tail as well, he's been dying so much, but in fights, he just needs to make sure that he drops his teleport down, he uses his ulti maybe to save the Morphling, and decrep, you know.
Is there going to be a point where the Morphling can't do it all on his own? Is he going to need more farm on someone like the Pugner or the Brew?
I think it's a very hard game for them to control the Morphling though, unless they have like a Hex. I don't know, like they need somehow like a Abyssal Hex to control them.
Fly's been found, throws a Winter's Curse here, but oh, nice Boulder Smash, catches out all three. The Winter's Curse did not really catch all too much. The decrypt on the Nether Ward will
not have buyback.
buy some time. Ramsey's forced in forward, does have a BKB if he needs it. Meanwhile, it's Morph split pushing. You talk about how farmed he is. He can also hit buildings incredibly
they're
fast.
Gonna try to stop them from TPing back.
Yep, with the Primal Split, that's the perfect way of doing it. The Sand King's the big one. The BKB from no one. He doesn't have a TP. It's in his backpack. Oh, Morphling does not actually go for the split push. Instead, comes back to fight. They want to try and punish VP. No one's going to have to pop the ultimate here. His BKB's worn off. He may just get
might be a
down.
big epi.
Epicenter Burrow Strike. In comes Pasha, saving the day. Anna's getting low. He has still got the Aegis, but the fight is being lost for now as OG starting to melt. No Tail life draining, trying to heal himself back up, but does not have a good answer for the stun of the Burrow Strike. Anna's trying to get some kills here, but is just getting kited around. Has only managed to find the one and now needs to turn and focus his attention elsewhere. He loses his teammates. He cannot 1v5. He still relies on his team.
Ursa was not there for the fight. So that fight, MVP Sand King, that was fantastic epicenter. Like, he basically killed almost the whole team.
They used Cheese and Aegis for that fight as well.
Okay, suddenly they have to use buyback.
May even lose some racks. You'll have to wait and see, but they're not going to
still be able to hold here.
Yeah, it looks like they will hold off of that, but the item progression, you look at the net worth, and I think that's really the worry for OG, and I think that's where this game is still very VP favored, is the fact that it is just the Morphling. 4 VP core heroes trail the Morphling in net worth, and then sub 10k net worth is the Brewmaster of S4 and the Pugner of No Tail. This Pugner feels more like a utility, a 4 position than a mid hero right now.
You're being nice, Parker. He's like a support now at this stage.
He's a bit like
I think his job is to keep the Morphling alive. Like, you decrep him if you need to, you life drain him if you need to, and you glimmer, and you just keep the Morphling alive. Morphling is going to dish out the damage with the Earth Spirit, Magnetize, and the Curse.
The problem is VP have 4 heroes dishing out damage right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I would say it's much easier for Morphling to do the damage, like much more reliable and easier, like for him than the Ursa, compared him to the Ursa.
Yep.
And the Sand King. Like, Sand King hit a really big ultimate that time. Like, can he do it every fight? I'm not sure.
Blink in, they go to No Tail. He does get caught by the Cold Embrace to the south. Caught on the outside of the base and no Cold Embrace.
No buyback.
Loses the gem as well. Pasha gonna pick that one up.
Morphling needs to force someone back face.
They're gonna throw the No Tail Brewmaster ultimate. The Morphling is gonna commit to the split push at bottom. It looks like it is gonna be a bit of a base trade here, as Brewmaster's Primal Split just going to be used to kind of delay VP, perhaps stop some TPs. Ursa has TP back though and is on Morphling duty. And it cannot really break through the high ground with the defenders there. Nice Winter's Curse onto the Ogre, going to buy some additional time. The Shrine going to try and help keep No Tail alive. Morphling dies! Oh boy, Ramsey's getting the better of Anna in the bottom lane. He doesn't have buyback, Winter. He doesn't have the money for it. He's 70 gold short, and I think OG...
That was a big misplay there by the Morphling.
Oh no, what happened?
He actually went back in, he waved out, and then he decided to fight the Ursa, and Ursa just killed him in dash.
Well, it's VP who will look to clean up the OG base. They may not know Morphling, but it doesn't have a buyback, but they're going to at least try and force a potential one. It doesn't exist, and right now VP can continue to fight. They are getting a bit low here, and this may be a cause for concern.
They managed to fall 60 seconds
But now,
more.
Ramsey's is coming though, and that is the big brute force of the VP lineup. And here comes the Enchantress
They
heal
have,
as well.
they are low on mana, so DP won't be able to pop her next ultimate.
It'll be close.
Oh yeah,
She's getting some mana regen there. She's losing mana actually. What am I talking about? The Pugna ward is draining it. Now she's gaining mana. There we go. And Pugna is going to have to force away from the VP onslaught. 30 seconds now. Morphling does have buyback. Did manage to get the gold over time to get back to this point, but at this point he may just not want to use it. We'll see Death Prophet ultimate now. Morphling 20 seconds away from respawning. This is such a tense movement for OG, and it looks like VP.
oh what a curse.
His curse, fantastic. Catches Lil, doesn't quite bring him down, but the fly Splinter Blast will. Can OG defend their racks with 5 seconds on Morphling's respawn? It looks like the answer is going to be yes. No one wants the melee racks. He BKBs. He's trying to focus it down. Can they right-click him? It looks like the damage is not going to be there for OG. No one having to throw away his life just to take the objectives. Because racks means everything right now to us.
I think that was the correct decision for Ana not to buy back. I think he needs to keep getting items. Even though they have to lose the melee racks, I think it's still possible for OG to win from this position right now.
But very, very different. I mean, we were talking about a 20k gold lead that's been extended to a 28,000 gold lead.
It's still very possible though, because Morphling is so fat. It's still very, very possible. So right now, what they need to make sure is everyone else has... so who used buyback? Pugna used buyback. They have
feels like
one buyback.
You say it's possible,
buybacks.
Winter. Every time I just look at these net worths, I'm just like, I
It
don't
is.
know.
It is possible. Morphling can kill everybody.
I have so... the problem is his teammates are all going to die so incredibly fast, and once he's in that like 1v5, 2v5 scenario, I think he just gets controlled. He gets kited.
Yeah, but if they get a good initiate with the Earth Spirit or the Panda ulti,
and a good Winter's Curse is essential for OG.
it's very possible for them to win a fight.
There's no Glimmer Cape, there's no Blink Dagger on Fly. That's the result of the poverty, is their supports do not have any items.
Oh, Sand King.
Take out the Shrine here. VP going to try and fight them around that area. It doesn't look like it. Bit of money. We're talking about getting some support items. Well, killing Shrines is one way to get some of that team money.
He's very close to his butterfly. I think that will be one of his strongest points in the game right now. You get the butterfly and you try to maybe smoke and just run at them and try to, like, the butterfly just gives him so much damage. He might be able to just burst the DP down from like one stun from the Earth Spirit and maybe a follow-up stun from the Earth Panda. 2 stuns might be enough for them to kill the DP from full to nothing.
See Anna just go in with a replicate, back him up and wave on through, replicate on out. VP very likely waiting that next Roshan. They've got neutral creeps just camping the pit, waiting for it to respawn. Death Prophet's now hit level 25. At this point, I think we can well and truly say Midas has paid off. It's perhaps made the game a little tougher by not having another item, but it's definitely led to him getting more farm and hitting this level 25 faster. Does get those extra exorcism spirits. OG positioned around this Pugna ward at mid are going to give up their position, it looks like. Morphling, does he go for the butterfly or say buyback is probably one of the big questions here.
I personally feel you don't say buyback at this point.
Oh, he's gone on solo. Solo could be in some trouble here.
Oh,
I say that, he gets forced after away. Anna needs to be careful. Gets kicked away by the Earth Spirit. In goes the Death Prop with BKB. Fly needs to find a good curse. Problem is he's caught in a terrible spot here. Forced after away, silenced up. No chance for him to do anything. And Anna gets glimmered to save his life there. He was in a terrible spot, silenced up without his Manta Style, and it looks like OG are just going to have to full-on retreat. Roche will be respawning and gifting VP and Aegis and Cheese.
They used the DP ulti and they only lost a support.
Not the real Brewmaster. Pasha thinks he's caught S4, but I think we'll quickly realize, oh wait, that's not.
But on the other hand, Roshan is down. Don't think they can contest this. That's still quite bad for OG.
Quite bad. Aegis, Cheese, multiple lives. No one going to be taking the Aegis. Cheese for the Ursa.
I think he just needs to buy the butterfly and fight. Don't think.
Yeah, all in at this
if
point.
If he has to use buyback the next fight, you're gonna gradually lose the game.
Seems for now he's holding his buyback money. Maybe just not able to too easily get to that shop. see what.
The VP was actually quite tanky. In the last fight, he was hitting him all the way, but he was draining life enough from the Octarian and the Siphon.
Yeah, he's finally got that. He's got that armor item now with the Shiva's Guard, helping him out. See Anim able to purchase any additional items for this fight. He will have a buyback to play around with. Jerex repositioning to the north. Sneaky little spot for his Earth Spirit. An Observer Ward as well to give some good vision. Let's plug in Nether Ward.
800 damage.
Very hard to deal with. In goes the Death Prophet with Aegis. Not the easiest here to focus on. He gets the Primal Split up before Burrow Strike. S4 trying to zone them back and control them. Throwing out the boulders, the Cyclones, but ultimately unable to really team fight with this ultimate, and VP just seem intent to disengage, wait for it to end. But at the same time, this is time where the Exorcism will also be wearing off. In comes no one, forced to pop the BKB. He's zoning OG back deeper into their base, opening up the possibility just to focus down the tier 3 tower. The Glyph goes out, and no one. Exorcism is going to wear off. This will heal him back up at least, but ultimately this will be the end of this current push. Time for Anna to get that butterfly out.
Saving his buyback. I think he should.
He's got money for the Eagle Song.
He's not doing enough damage now. I think he needs more items.
Maybe he's considering something else. There we go. He's bought the Quarterstaff.
I think he's just gonna go
Yeah, he bought the Quarterstaff. He just needs to.
He already bought the ties.
Yeah, he's 600-700 short of having buyback and the butterfly, but there we go. He's sending the courier off. He's going back. He's going bottom just to farm a little bit more.
10 seconds TP cooldown. Okay.
Lose a tier 3 tower, not the end of the world for them. It's Pugna on high ground defense duty. VP mostly waiting for the Exorcism. 15 more seconds. Here comes Morphling. Butterfly in hand. No buyback. We'll have to get a kill or two in order to get that. No one pushed onto the high ground. We'll take the Aegis more or less for free. The question is, what can OG do as he respawns? They silence him up. He has got a BKB if he needs it.
I pass him the cheese.
Okay, no one's got the cheese for this next upcoming fight. S4 goes in with the BKB, has a Primal Split in 2 seconds. We'll need to use it. No one's going to BKB and ulti. OG once again pushed back into their own base. The Primal Split comes out. They want to bring down that Death Prophet. Can they get him before the cheese? He uses himself up. He'll have a cheese when he lands, and he does get it off. OG not having the damage initially to actually take this fight, and they don't get a Winter's Curse off. Instantly, double buybacks coming out from the boys on the dire side. Dream Green, this is the time to really dig deep for OG as they do get a kill on the Ogre and force VP back, but more buybacks, more economic damage being dealt as VP, they don't win the game outright there, but they get one step closer. Now we are at a point where Ogre, the 5 position, is more farmed than 4 OG heroes would take.
It's okay, Morphling can carry the game.
You say that. I don't. I personally. You seem to have a lot of faith in this OG side. As time goes on, you know, it just seems like the situation gets worse and worse because.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be really bad now.
I mean, Death Prophet well and truly is 6 slotted. Same for the Ursa. The item advancements are not going to really get much scarier, but.
Okay, I'll admit it. Morphling can't do it alone already at this point.
Yeah.
Because the DP and the Ursa are really tanky now.
So hard for Fly to get good ultis off is what we're seeing.
Butterfly hard. He needs like a stun from Earth Spirit and the Panda stun. The follow up to kill one target.
Otherwise, the 4 staffs, the glimmers just
there's too many of the kiting items now.
Dealing with it very
and he
well.
doesn't have an E-blade to like immediately burst someone from close to them.
Well, see where Anna can get to. He's picked up some boots of travel now. Again, not having the buyback though. Needs to be careful about how he plays this one out. Enchantress having a fun duel with the OG side. Does need to play carefully without the buyback. Can sell his treads, it looks like, to get that. And they're going to actually smoke up on the OG team.
He's not selling his treads. He has no buyback. 600
Yeah. Definitely a moment. Like you say, if he has to buy back, it's maybe just GG anyways, because then you're fighting with a Morph who doesn't have buyback. You need to be winning these fights outright. Feels like OG for the first time, the ones making the moves. We'll see if it can pay off or not. They see VP now. Can they break the gap here? Smoked up S4. Maybe not the best initiator. Does have a Primal Split, gets stunned. Can they bring him down time? Has a BKB though, also gets Cold Embrace. Should be fine here to get off the ultimate. Morphling waves in, focuses onto the Ursa first. Can they actually bring down Ramses? It looks like the damage is not going to be there with the Glimmer Cape. Anna's just getting kited around, can't actually do damage, is too reliant on some of those disables. Fly going to go down to the south as well, again, unable to get off a Winter's Curse. In goes Anna, trying to get the kill on Ramses. The Butterfly almost saving his life, not quite. Ramses has a buyback if he wants to use it. The next target seems to be the Sand King. Silence up, he is going to get taken down. This Morphling is slowly doing some hefty amount of damage. Another stun coming out from Jerex. No one's ultimate does end, but it looks like Anna, running out of steam, needs to find a way out of this one. Has got the boot to travel. Going to get rooted in place. A waveform available in a couple of seconds. Gets silenced. There's the Mantis Star wave TP on out. Is there a stun? No mana for the Ogre. Not the fight OG we're hoping for.
2 kills for 3. I guess not the
Buyback
not the
on
worst.
Sand King, but it's like not the worst, but also they needed more, it felt like maybe. A fight that neither team really
maybe
wins.
if Wyvern were able to like put out some extra, like Morphling was dishing out a lot. Like if someone else had the chance to cast an extra spell, something extra, you know, one more spell, and someone would have, they would have gotten another kill. But it's pretty hard for like Fly because he has no, like look at his items, he has nothing at all.
Nothing to help him out. No Blink, 4-staff, Glimmer Cape. This again, just the deficit is just insane at this point. It was up to like 35,000 at one point, back down to a bit.
But still, like you look at the net worth, right? How can the fights be still close?
And that one, OG definitely, for the first time in a while, did get the jump. I mean, the previous fights weren't necessarily that close. It was very buyback driven that OG were able to hold their high ground. And see a recap there of just what went down with Anna able to finally show the strength of this Morphling. 6 slotted at this point, has got the Moonshot as well.
Is there any items that would change the pace of, like, change the face of the game right now? But everyone else is just too poor. They can't buy
I mean,
anything.
who on the, yeah, no one on this dire
The
side is
axe?
getting an item.
Earth Spirit Axe, I guess that's probably the biggest item.
Oh,
they
he's
can
actually got close to it. Almost has the farm for it.
get. Yeah,
Doesn't get the pull though anymore. Needs that. He gets that from his level 25
yeah,
talent.
but still the save on the Morphling could mean the world. for them.
And even just a blink stone with a kick initiate, like initiate on the enemy and kick them into your base.
Yeah, ideally you kill the Death Prophet first
Yep.
when she comes up.
And that could also be how you set up Winter Wyvern to get a good ultimate off. You initiate in as Earth Spirit and you set up your Wyvern for a
Anna?
good ulti. OG, do they want to fight outside? It seems from now they are considering it. Pugna. Force back up. Anna's just going to go top. He wants to apply some theoretical split push threat. And he's got an MKB. I was just thinking, the evasion with Ramses having a butterfly, the Solar Crest on the Radiant side, this evasion is starting to become problematic. An MKB for the upcoming fight is going to be useful, but at the same time he needs to get there. Maybe just, I'm not sure. Or you just like slot out your Manta like after you use it, but I don't know.
You want buyback, you want it for the next fight.
May even not have his boots of travel.
Oh yeah.
He's got the waveform range, that's a possibility.
But then he would have no buyback.
Yep. So Aegis and Cheese now. Again, BP, complete Roche control throughout this game. Get another Aegis Cheese, this one goes to the Ursa.
The Ursa is like not doing as much already in the fights. He gets it's quite easy to kite him. They just need to make sure that, I think in the fight, if they can get the DP and just burst him from full to nothing, then the fights will be really good for OG. MKB, I think. MKB will allow them to do it. Once he has the MKB on Morphling, they stun him, they just wave in and just drop everything on him.
Money for it, but like you say, may not want to buy it with the influence of the late game buybacks, but we'll see where the decision-making process lies.
Jirax has enough for the X. No.
Okay. Again, see how important they rate those buybacks. He is going in. No one is going to get initiated on immediately. Uses himself. Ramses jumps the backline. Really wants to get this Pugna, but the kiting is there. He gets cycloned up. This Ursa cannot do a whole lot right now, but similarly, Morphling not getting all the damage out. Ramses is going to be the one they go, and he's got an Aegis though, so even though he's been kited around focus, VP can now come in. Exorcism in 5. OG, will they look to fight this one? No, the call is to back off, retreat. Cut your losses. S4 will not get the blink off. This Primal Split ends and he goes down without buyback, but
Buyback.
lane's still pretty pushed out. The mid lane, perhaps the concern. And Exorcism is up.
What can they do now? They need to try to shove the lanes out.
No one... TP's top. Morphling is actually a little bit afraid of him, but it is just a solo death prophet.
Well, they don't have time to shove the lanes out.
Oh, they've caught the Pugna. I think VP realized that they could maybe find some picks in the enemy base, but they don't quite latch onto it. Instead, yep, they found the Earth Spirit of Jerex now. Winter's Curse comes out trying to save Jerex's life. He's going to roll himself on out of there. Back into the shrine. S4 does actually get his buyback back. Just needed a little bit longer to actually get to that point, and he just barely had the gold for it. Somehow.
One-man army, Parker.
Yeah, I mean, every single time VP push, it's like OG lose 2 or 3 heroes. Those 2 or 3 heroes have to buy back. The Brew, the Wyvern, the Earth Spirit, the item progression has just halted. Pugna is just dirt poor. Earth Spirit's the second most. Earth Spirit's actually the one who's somehow, I don't know how, is getting the most farm on
90 gold talent, bro.
That's the money maker in a game like this. You wish you had a GP. Wyvern wishes she was level 20 right now. 120 GPM there.
Yeah, that's awesome for a game like this.
But not getting to that level 20 stage. Anna can actually buy his MKB now and still have buyback.
Yeah, he should. I think he should. There's
no other items to really consider. I mean, there's a level 2
Hey, wait,
box.
the Ursa... Didn't the Ursa have... Oh, he sold his butterfly? I thought that he had butterfly.
He did. He sold it and got an MKB. Now you don't need the MKB.
There's no evasion items anymore, right?
Just the solar crits. It may actually not be the item you need to buy.
What solar crits?
On Ogre.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, I thought you were saying like the...
What's Morphling buys a BKB. There we go. He had this queued up earlier. Must have spotted that Ursa sold the butterfly. I think Ramsey's realized the way to win this game is going to be killing Morphling. So butterfly as a survivability item doesn't help. You want the aggressive items. Enchantress, is that the stealing? Enchant infects ancients, level 25 talents coming into play. Jerex not even buying his Ags, recognizing how important this buyback can be. And we've seen basically OG is still in this game because of buybacks. They've used over 10 buybacks this game.
How is this ancient thing going to affect the game? What's the best creep that he can
The
get?
Granite Golem, I imagine? Yeah, he's got the Granite Golem now.
Oh, that gives everyone a bunch of
Health plus 15. Go to the top lane, they really want this. Yeah, 15% bonus.
Oh, the Death Prophet's going to get what, extra 400-500 health?
Find out soon enough, Jerex.
He tried to
Pulls
kick
out
him
some
in.
spells, yep. Trying to come in from behind. He's got 2 Ancients to back him up here. Morphling in the front lane, doing some good damage. Goes for the BKB. Anna not really finding the best target to go on here, and they're going to lose the Earth Spirit. Buyback comes immediately as he tries to chase after Ramses. Ramses does get back to the low ground and keeps himself alive. The Rack's still alive for the time being, but Glyph has been forced out. With Exorcism wearing off soon, this could be a fight that's going to swing back OG's way. Epicenter, Burrow Strike, Pasha goes in, doing some good damage here. Wants Anna getting very, very low. Does have the buyback. May, if he goes down, have to use it here. Doesn't want to. No Shot trying to life clear himself back up, but the damage coming out from the Enchantress from the low ground. He's missing though. No Tail still alive just for a little bit longer. He's got buyback now. Anna still alive through it all. Took out the Death Prophet, and somehow OG are holding it. Did cost them once again multiple buybacks, but this time they're getting a few more kills. Sand King looking to get away. The Magnetize is going to wear off with no more stones left to play around with.
Defense number 30.
This is like the X-Hero Siege custom game in Warcraft 3 Dota, where it's just like, you know, the minions, they keep coming down. It's never ending. It just gets harder and harder, but you get slightly stronger and stronger each time, and somehow OG are still alive, have still kept themselves in this game. And they're doing so without, like, it's so hard. Like, again, Wyvern, we don't see the Winter's Curse come out, but that's because VP are recognizing how big of a threat the spell is. They're focusing down Fly there, making it impossible for him to get spells like it off. Who's going to be the ones with buybacks now? That is 2 buybacks used, both Pugna
Morphing, what
and
else can
Ench.
Morphing buy?
Rapier. It really is just Rapier, right? He buys a bottle, that's what he can buy.
Oh yeah, getting a bottle at this stage is quite get good loot.
The DD rune for a fight, and Morphling is very stat heavy, so all of that agi means like a double damage rune gives you plus 300 damage, and he's just, there we go. The blueberry rune spawns. That's a free Rapier for the upcoming fight. If there is a fight. I mean, again, if you see this, if you're VP, you're like, okay, let's chill a bit, you know.
You know
Some
what?
fight into the rapier.
Maybe they should try to distract the enemy, and then he goes bottom to I don't know.
But gem for the team. He's buying the support items right now. Has got a demon edge in his backpack, Winter.
It's for the
rapier, right? Come on, let's lose it talk. You buy the monkey king bar.
If
What
I need
butterfly?
to, some-
He had it on the curry. Well, he's got it there if he needs it. An 8-slotted Morphling with buyback and Moonshard. Unfortunately for him, he has like no teammates to like pull Moonshards to. Like,
Panda.
eh.
Poor head.
It's like, it's a bit dubious.
If the panda is rich, it's actually quite okay. If the panda has items, it is.
The ogre is richer than the panda. But again, you talked about how these supports don't
you know
actually
why?
go that.
You know why Ogre's gold talent?
Yeah, this is a game where you wish you have gold talent. Ogres are going to hit level 25. Like we're going to see some crazy.
What's the 25?
40 bloodlust. It's got to be that, right?
But that's not really that useful.
Ursa, it's like okay. And that goes into the mid lane. S4 backing him up. Anna gets silenced. Needs a way out of this one. Does BKB immediately. He's staying to morph stats. He's got the DD room, but he's got to find someone to hit. He finds on the high ground the Enchantress. The Decrep is kind of working against him for now. Anna can't actually use this DD rune to great effect immediately. He's now getting healed up. Pasha going for an FB center. He doesn't actually get the blink off after it. Now he does Burrow Strike. Catches the backline. Finds Fly on the Winter Wyvern. There's a Fire Blast to follow it up as well. Wyvern getting zoned back. Can't find that Winter's Curse just yet. As the kiting from both teams is so formidable that neither team has actually lost anyone. S4 needs a blink out. He doesn't have a BKB or a blink. His buyback's still on cooldown for a minute and a half. He is dead. Out of this game for over 100 seconds. Solo. Solo. Walks to the high ground, pops the cheese. He's baiting spells. He's not afraid right now. Maybe he should be. As Ramsey's engaged in, Anna gonna wait for him his way on through. Finds another target, finds the Sand King, immediate buyback, but it's the Pugner who's dead without buyback as well. OG maybe being punished now for not having these buybacks. They do get the kill on the Ogre. Anna getting very low waveform back to the high ground here. He's in some trouble. Cold Embrace will help heal him back up. May be forced to buyback kick in as Anna goes down once. Will buy back immediately. No glyph available. I think VP realized a buyback on Morphling right now.
This is the first time he bought back in the game, right?
Yes.
But DP is gonna have her next ultimate up in 10 seconds.
And now they know. One kill on Morphling and game is won. There is no other hero who threatens you. The Brewmaster will have a buyback for the upcoming fight. His buyback is about 30 seconds away. But here we go. Those two heroes still dead. They don't have buyback yet. Lil needs to be careful. Anna is there.
Oh, he actually kicked him.
He's got a replicate in the fountain as well to help him out if needed. They're going to give up the rain track. Fortification back up for OG. At this point, it doesn't even really feel like Mega Creeps is going to secure the game. No one trying to just focus down the racks.
Look at the damage.
The damage from Anna. He is destroying no one, only now with the BKB. Ramsey just jumps the backline, takes up Fly, who immediately buys back. Anna really wants his Death Prophet, needs to get him, does get him before the heal comes in. Anna, he replicates out at the last second. He's still alive. That was so close to a kill.
They defended again. Game is still alive.
Somehow, OG have not capitulated just yet.
But they don't have any more buyback on the mall.
There's going to be an Aegis and Cheese for VP. This is going to be what? Roshan number
But the
6.
cores, I don't think the cores have not been big.
We saw what the Ogre could do with Cheese there, you know. He made some spells.
That's true.
Down. Got that plus 40 Bloodlust attack speed now, 100 bonus attack speed. Dude, Bloodlust on Enchantress!
Oh, Durex! They're going in.
They're looking to fight. They really want to take this to VP. Lil's in trouble, actually. He has not got Cheese or Aegis. We'll have buyback available. Death Prophet's still dead as well. I think OG realized VP are actually quite weak right now. Solo trying to run away. He gets slowed up by S4's clap. He will appear in just a second. Nana will waveform on forward to finish off this kill. Not sure he wants to necessarily dive onto the high ground for this one. Does actually hit him with the stun. 5v3 for now. But buybacks are there and available, and OG don't even have their entire team pushing forward.
How many buybacks are back for OG? Let's see.
They've got Brew, I believe.
Only one. Brewmaster.
Yeah, Morphling is
VP
on.
has 3 buybacks.
It's a rapier. what I want to know.
Every item, I guess you...
They're pushing forward. They say I'm offering to have buyback. Well, let's go for this. That even just an Enchantress dead, they feel is enough to take a fight. There's a lot of damage coming out from that Bloodlust Enchantress in the backlines, but Ana needs to be careful. BKB. He gets helped out by the Activate Remnant, but that was while he was BKBing. Perhaps not the ideal way for them to play
he's
out.
going for the Rex.
Yep, he's going to have to Remnant himself out of there. I say Remnant, replicate himself out of there. Say Ember Spirit, and he will leave Earth Spirit to die.
Does this guy have buyback?
He does not.
Oh,
No, he does in 20 seconds. He's going to be okay. 20 seconds away. He BKB'd as the Earth Spirit used the stone, the Activate, whatever it's called. The Enchant Remnant.
Enchant Remnant, Parker.
You know, it's a spell you don't see many games. Right. What is the call for VP off of that? They did not have to buy back the Edge. At this point, Edge is actually one of their main damage dealers in these fights.
Yeah,
MKB.
he was actually doing a lot to the Morphling in the previous fights. Him and the DP LP, those are the two things killing them off. And of course the Ursa. If he gets to hit the fight, he gets tighter.
You're going to initiate on in. They want to go on Ramses
Curse.
first. He has got the Aegis though. Can they find this curse? They still have not had a Winter's Curse, it feels like, in a good 30 minutes here. It's just so hard for Fly. They will break the Aegis to start things off. Ramses Ursa has just been getting kited all day long this game. They're going to Rainform through, goes in on Ramses, really wants this kill, needs to be careful. He's getting stunned up, he cannot afford to die. Where is the curse? Fly is silenced up, he's got the curse now, but he's been Yules. He can't find the curse. He's silenced again. And with Earth Spirit dead, without buyback, this could be it. It feels like OG have finally been bested. It took 67 minutes, but this will definitely be mega creeps. The question is, what can Morphling do? Has not got buyback, and I think without spells like the Boulder Smash, the stun, the Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace, this game is very difficult for him. Morphling going to wave on forward. He really wants to go in. S4's in trouble. He's BKB'd up, but he's just got no ultimate to play around with, and now it well and truly is Ana versus the world. The buyback from Brewmaster will buy him some time, but he is well and truly alone. It has been the story of this game. Ana alone trying to carry it for some time, and it took 60 some odd minutes, close to the 68-minute mark for VP to secure the win, and a 46,000 gold lead at the end. But VP have done it.
It was still a very, very difficult game considering the kill score. You expect the game to be more like lopsided. But you know, overall lineup, team composition, like OG's lineup uses their net worth much better than how VP's lineup use their net worth. So